What is good?
Bruh, bruh.
Shay, we're gonna make this happen.
What
Shay, we're gonna make
is
this happen no
good?
matter what, baby.
We here.
Maybe you need to go on the roof.
Man, if y'all don't know about heat, brownouts, blackouts, all of that, woo,
They can't hear nothing, brother. You're staticky.
man, finally.
We're here.
It's all good. At least we here. We live, man. We made it. We made it.
We live, baby. We got a couple people in Mag Life. What's going on? Rude Knock, my guy, Stacy, my beautiful wife. Silent Storm's in the house. What's going on, baby? Asshole. All right.
Blah, blah.
We're going to get this started. We know we late. We apologize. That my man Shakey got his power off. There's a blackout in the Philippines, but we made it work. We make it happen. Let's go. So let me go ahead and start my introduction real quick. Ladies and gentlemen.
Before I run out of power. Before I run out of internet.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to introduce the blue-eyed devil that made himself Michael freaking Boss.
Yes, Sirski. Yes, Sirski. What's going
What?
on?
Oh my God.
What's good? What's good? What's happening, guys?
We over here, man. I'm ecstatic. I'm out of this world. I couldn't sleep last night. I couldn't work today. Ecstatic.
Yes,
I said 5.5 months ago, I am going to interview Michael mother freaking Barnes.
And here we are, bro.
That's what I said I was going to do. My brother, I appreciate you. I am so sorry it's so late.
Me and Ray didn't plan on wearing matching shirts on purpose, just to set the record straight.
I wore this blue because of the blue-eyed devil.
My man, bro.
I went to Walmart and got this shit.
I love that, bro. I love it, man.
So, my God, a lot of things been going on lately with you.
There's a bunch been going on. A bunch of things has been going on.
First and foremost, you deserve every bit of it.
100%. 100%. 100%.
I said in one of my reactions to you, this man, something needs to happen to this man, needs to make it. And first question, how in the bluest of all blue hell did that Sony contract happen?
Yeah, so straight from the get-go, you know, Kuya PJ, that name alone says everything, you know. He's done so much for me.
100%.
And you know, I just, even to this day, I still feel like I haven't done enough to thank him yet. But just because so much has happened, there's a lot to be grateful for. And as soon as that opportunity came, I took it.
Facts. Because I'm gonna tell you something right now. I saw the post that you put up on Instagram and on Twitter, and I literally almost smacked the customer. That got me so freaking excited when I saw that. Boy, I'm going to tell you something, man. But you deserve every bit of it. Boy, you're fired.
Oh, man, I appreciate that so much, brother. I still remember our conversation when we spoke about this interview, bro, and here we are, my G.
Back.
You know what? What's great also about the Sony thing is that you're not by yourself on it. Like, you're able to lean on PJ. You're able to kind of talk with Balasubis. So it's not like you're kind of going through this blind. You're not in this by yourself. Like, you're not walking through this with your eyes closed. You actually have friends, comrades within the industry that are going through the exact same thing as you at the exact same time. So it kind of helps everybody because you guys can all lean on each other and enjoy that experience together instead of like coming up and doing it by yourself. Like, not only are you guys label mates, but you guys are label mates at the same time, which must, like, does that make it a little bit more special as well?
It really does. It really does because work gets done faster when you're surrounded by people that firstly you enjoy the company and they get the work done. So it makes everything a lot better. So like you mentioned, like with Ren, Balasubas, Kuya PJ, and Easy as well. Like everyone is just so close to one another. It just makes everything a lot better.
And you guys are all dope, so you guys can all fuel off of each other. Like when one person drops a dope track, like it's gotta inspire you to ignite that fire. Okay, it's my turn now. It's my turn now.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Everyone just uplifts one another. It's not about like competition or anything. It's just about bettering one another.
That's fire. That is fire. Now, my question to you, I got 20. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got about like 20, 25 questions. I'm gonna let the chat do most of the questioning because this is for them and for me. I don't know about Shakespeare, but I'm a fan. I'm a fan first before I'm anything else.
Man, I appreciate that so much, brother.
The Easy Mel and Michael Bars track.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up? What's up, my brother?
That was my first, I believe, my first reaction to pretty much both of you. One of my first reactions to both of you.
I think mine too.
I lost it completely. How was the collaboration? Like, how did that happen? That collaboration between you and Easy?
So basically, Easy and I met. We spoke last year, and we started getting a little closer the moment Looney spoke about us in his video. It was speaking on, I think, the behalf of his Act One album, and then he spoke about Pac-Man at the same time, and then we just got a little bit closer, and there was another song that was supposed to go out, but we ended up changing the track, and we were like, no, let's do this one instead.
Well, that was a good decision. I don't even want to hear the first one.
I still have the first one.
Because, boy, I'm telling you, I need another Easy and Michael Bars collab. I need that in my life.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely going to happen soon.
Because you both, it's like when I heard that track that you guys did, it's like you complimented him and he complimented you at the same time. It just smooth so well.
Man, that was like how we tried to portray the track. Like, because I knew on that specific track, I did not want to slow down. Like, I didn't want to. I wanted to keep a whole consistent thing. That was the whole point of being victorious. And then
Right.
he ended up slowing the track down. So it was almost like, that's why I mentioned the real ones know that I'm holding the record of staying consistent. I wanted to move and actually wait for the moment to mention I'm feeling victorious.
That's fire! That's fire! I don't care what no one says. Boy! Anyway, I'm sorry, dude. I had to. That was a live reaction. I try to hold myself. Like I said, I'm not no interviewer. I'm like Ray. I'm just a nigga that is a fan, and I'm fanning the fuck out right now. Okay.
Real one, G. A real one.
I try to stay a real one as much as possible. Now,
but you beyond that, bro. Beyond that.
I have literally conformed a lot of people in my personal life to listen to your music. Because I told them, the first thing I told them was, this man does not have lungs. God didn't make him with any lungs. That shit is in the pawn shop somewhere.
Hey.
Boy, because I tried to sing along to your stuff. Can't do it.
I was like, I'm gonna try, and like with the new album as well, I am going to try to slow it down at least. Like I'm not making any promises, but I'll try.
Brother, whether you slow it down or you speed it up, you're fire no matter what. So it's all good. Now, if there's any questions in the chat, please ask them now. There's your only moment because Michael Bars is about to blow the fuck up. He's gonna forget who the fuck we are. Well, me and Shay. So y'all better ask it now.
And I'm good with any kind of questions. Any kind of questions.
Facts. Now, there's another question that I got for you.
Ask as many as you want, brother man.
Your writing. Okay, so I'm not a rapper. I don't rap. I don't do any of that. I'm just a loud Dominican in a computer. That's all I am. So I listen more to how you write your stuff than I listen to what you're saying, of course, but I listen to more how you're putting it together. That's I do that with everybody, and it's crazy to me because I could see how Eminem could do it. I could understand how he could put it together. I still can't understand how in the bluest of all blue hell is it that Michael Bars could sit down there and not only have bars and schemes and all this within the rap, but also doing it in the speed that you do it and going with the beat instead of chopping it up and not really getting in there. Because I've seen a lot of people trying to get into that pocket and they can't do it.
I feel you on that.
Because I sit down and I listen to your music. I listen to what was the one that I was just listening to right now? The last one that you put out with Shorty from the label.
Never Stop.
Never Stop. Yeah. I listen to that one and I'm just like, I just don't. I like it. It just boggles my mind how people like you, like M, like Easy, like all that. How? What is your writing process? What is it that you have to be? Is there like a procedure you have to do?
So basically, what I do is because I'm not the kind of person to fight or retaliate physically towards a situation.
Right.
So what I prefer to do is I prefer to be happy throughout the entire day, but I prefer to get angry when I'm writing. I like being angry. Being mad makes me happy. That makes me happy.
Being mad, that has to be a shirt. You got to do a shirt with that one, baby.
I'm definitely gonna get that design.
That's marketing. That's marketing right there all day long.
This was actually the top I used. I don't know if you can see it. This is the top I used to promote Victorious. It's the Experience Victory top.
Dude, that song, until this day, I listen to it, I get goosebumps. To this day.
I cannot wait to perform that live with him. It's during this time, like even on like when I would surprise like the students with a performance, Victorious was an option, but it just doesn't feel right it doesn't feel right performing it without him. So
right.
I'd rather wait for that moment.
Facts. Now there's you don't curse in your raps.
Not at all.
I respect. I try. I told myself Michael Boss is going to be here, so I'm going to try to tone it down a little bit. And I don't really, because I respect you as an artist, as a man. I respect you, and if you don't mess with that, then I'll try.
Bro, trust me. Swear as much as you want.
You sure about that? Because you might get blocked.
I'm fine with that. Of course, bro. I'm fine with that. Because it's like, trust me, like, I don't know a single human being that doesn't like swearing. It's just in human nature. I prefer not to do it in my music because I like it when kids rap along with it. And it's not like I don't want people like saying, God damn it, Michael, why are you swearing? And then my kids gotta hear this, It's irritating. I don't like that. So it's like, okay, then let me just not add any swear words in the song at all.
Well, that to me is crazy because I got kids. And I listen to Eminem in the car. So that's enough cursing. Oh, my man Shakey is back, almost. My man Shakey is back in the house, baby. What's good?
Let's go. What's up, man?
That man stressing over there.
Philippines internet, bro. You gotta love it. When you don't have it, crazy.
It's dedication,
It's horrible.
dedication.
So when I was trying to go with that question, Shakespeare, I was trying to ask Michael Bars about he doesn't curse in his rhymes, which I mean, 110%. I can respect when a rapper can rap the way that Michael Bars can rap without even using a bit of a curse word. You almost messed me up on that last one though. On the one before that, where you sound like you were about to say something, dude, I lost my mind. I was like, no, this man is not going to say that. No. And sure enough, he did not.
Cancel culture is a thing nowadays, you know?
That's fire, bro. So is it harder for you knowing that you're limiting yourself into the words that you can use? Because I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of, schemes and stuff that you try that you want to do that it'll just sound harder or it'll sound better flow-wise with adding a curse word in there. Not that I'm saying that the stuff that you're doing now is whack, because it's not at all. But it's crazy because I would say that's limiting the vocabulary that you could use when you're rapping. So it must be harder because now you have to find other words to use in that area.
Exactly. Like even with okay, brutal legend was kind of an aim at someone, but at the same time I still didn't swing that track. But it's like it makes it a lot more interesting because, like, take it for an example, there's a lot of stuff that rhymes with bitch. There's a lot of stuff that rhymes with there's a lot. There's a lot of
Michael Bars just said bitch.
Like there's a whole lot that rhymes with that thing. So it's almost like if you're using it in there, it's like you physically have nothing else to come up with.
Right.
So it's like, okay, not like, I wouldn't say beating around the bush, but I would say it's just using what you have without cutting corners. Anyone can swing it back.
Pretty much what you're saying is that they're limiting themselves because they could use one curse word where you could do a whole 16 explaining that curse word.
Yeah, basically, I'd rather use 20 lines spelling out the word bitch without saying it.
That is crazy, bro. I never thought about it that way. I never in my life ever thought about it that way.
It's crazy. Like I still like in my album was Royal Rumble, where I was still like trying to figure out this one line. Yeah, where I was like, you will see me flying by like a loaded 9 Lewandowski. I'm poaching 5 defenders at a time, but by then you would probably know that I'm losing my mind. So it's like Robert Lewandowski used to play for plays for Bayern Munich. He wore the number 9 on the back of his shirt. And when you poach through defenders, you're a striker. He's a center forward. So that line means like about 4 different things in like 2 sentences.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Runak, you had a question for Michael. I got butts. I could talk all day to this man. So you guys
What's
better
up,
ask your
Runak?
questions. You guys better ask your questions because I could go all day.
I'm done. It's now what's the time? Yeah, it's almost 5 a.m. my side. I can go longer.
That man drank Red Bull and more Red Bull. He's ready to go. I got another question.
Ask away, brother. Ask away.
Okay. Being the fact that you're from South Africa,
right?
But you show so much love to the Philippines. Well, shout out to the Philippines.
Shout out PH.
Now, how did that happen? A brother from the South Africa and then connecting so strong, because I'm going to tell you something. When it comes to your fan base in the Philippines, that is ridiculous.
That's crazy. Absolutely.
They flood my reactions with craziness. So your supporters are out there strong. How did that happen?
So first, Okay, I'm gonna be straightforward. I unfortunately don't get the respect I deserve in my own country, and I never felt home. I never felt like it was my home here. And every time when I was like much younger, I used to like apply to other labels in the sense like that were over here,
Right.
and no one wanted to put me on the radio. No one wanted to like actually give that spotlight to me. So it's like, okay, if I can't do it here, let me do it elsewhere. Me, I can always find another home. And then the Philippines made a huge impact to me to the point where I literally have a tattoo on my arm for them. It's like,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
the three stars in the sun. So
That's
it's like
crazy.
they literally, to the point where my next song was supposed to release yesterday. Half of it is in English, only half of it. So
I'll
I,
react to you no matter what language you speak.
and it's just like they, to the point where wherever I go, I take them with me no matter what, because it's just like the small things make a big difference, especially for someone like me. I'm very family orientated, so seeing that, it's like, okay, you got me, I got you. So it's like whenever something pops off, I'll stand up for them no matter what.
Facts. Facts. And I mean, I'm one that experienced that firsthand because ever since I started reacting to you, Easy, H Bomb, when I started reacting to the Philippine rappers that go strong, dude,
Oh
the
yeah,
love that they gave me, it's unmatched.
absolute. It's beautiful, bro.
It's
Absolutely
crazy. Shakespeare popping up like a supervisor.
I'm back. We got internet now. The internet's back. Everything's good.
Fire! We back, baby!
Philippines is the
beautiful.
haven. Okay, Ray, you stole the show for the last 20 minutes. You held it
No, no,
down.
no, no, no. I didn't steal shit. My man Michael Bowen stole it just for being on the screen, baby.
Blah, blah. So I don't even know any of the questions that's been asked, none of that shit. But I want to jump right in. I got a question for you.
Let's go,
Um,
brother.
the grind, the hustle that it is in South Africa. Explain what it's like coming up in the hip hop scene in South Africa.
That's the crazy thing. Um, because the thing is, I don't really consider myself part of this side of the music because I was telling Ray now that I never got the love and respect that I deserve.
Okay.
To this day, I still feel like I don't, which is why I don't want to be here. But it's like it's to the point where I literally had to make sacrifices in my younger days. So it's like, okay, never mind going out and drinking, never mind spending time with people that you're never gonna see in your damn life again. And instead of going from another thing that played a big role was, instead of going around from women to women to women, I realized it's much better to focus with one girl that actually gets through everything with you. So it's
Facts.
like that's where my mind is now. It's like, if it's not to do with work, if it's not to do with the missus, I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah, well, your heart's pH, anyways, though, right? So it's all good. Like, that's
Absolutely.
where you got your community. That's where you're gonna get the most love. I got another question for you. Um, how serious is the syrup issue and situation around where you like the cough syrup? For people that don't know, like, is the cough syrup as big of a deal in South Africa as the media makes it out to be?
Very bad. It's very, very bad. Another thing that's also quite big here is methamphetamine. It's also very, very big here. Um, a lot of like rape situations as well. That's all. That's like, I think South Africa is like the capital of that. I'm not sure what it's like now, but yeah, it's very
That's
bad here.
crazy.
Like You're not.
So
You can't even like in certain areas. You can't even walk with a group of people without like wondering if someone has something on them. So that's why it is quite dangerous. Like
Wow.
it's still a nice place and everything, but you can't be too sure nowadays.
how old were you when you picked up the mic?
I was I was actually like when I started like taking it seriously, I would say I was about 14. I was about 14, but I started writing because I pretty much had the same writing style. So I would say about 11.
Wow,
11 years old.
11. I
As
was
soon as because I'm a huge fan of King of the Dot as well. So it's like seeing all of that, like Disaster, Pat Faded, Pat Stay, Iron Solomon. There's a whole bunch. Kid Twist. There's a whole bunch of those guys. Looney. That's the guys that made me want to get into that scene.
Facts. I'm a big battle rap fan. So I'm more
I grew up. I grew up in that era, in the king with the
I'm
king.
more like a Loaded Lux and K Shine and Charlie Clips and Sue Surf.
Oh, Charlie Clips. That's a good
Boy,
one.
the way those boys put words together is insane.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And it's just like that's where I wanted to be. Like another goal of mine, I want to be on King of the Dot. I really want to be on King of the Dot because I want to express my battle rapping side as well.
Boy,
You
if
want,
you go to King of the Dot, you go half these guys are gonna get fired.
dude? Are you for real with that?
Yeah, because I used to battle rap before actually making music. So it's like my intention is to emotionally hurt someone.
Because Bishop and Organic are my dogs.
Oh damn!
Tell Organic he owes me $10 because I lost a bet in one of his
I'm
battles.
from Toronto, man. I grew up in the battle scene back in the day in Toronto with Bishop. We ran the battle scene in Toronto in like the mid-90s.
Man, that is crazy. Wow.
I'm telling you, this boy is a manager somewhere. He's got so much connection.
If you're for real about that, let's make that happen, bro. Let's make that happen.
All I'm waiting for is that opportunity, bro. I'll take it.
I'm gonna tell you something right now, and I'm not even bullshitting. If Michael Bars goes to King of the Dot, I don't give a shit where they're recording that. I'm fucking going.
My man, my man.
I mean, Michael Bars and battle rap, that's fucking nuts.
I got a question. How did the Michael Bars and Michael Pacquiao and you just connecting with the Pacquiaos, where did that transpire from? How did that transpire? Like,
So basically, with Michael and I were following each other for quite some time, and he made music. Like he because I checked out his earlier songs as well, and he knew that I rapped, and I was like, yo, let's make a rap song. Let's so I sent him like the instrumental and everything, and that was the first time we actually rapped on something. That was the first time he actually rapped on something. And what was crazy, I didn't even have to ask him, or I didn't even have to tell him to like not cuss in the song or anything, because he did it on his own. He did that on his own. And after the song was done, we were like, yo, this is a fight song. This is an actual fight song. So we decided to put that out and everything. And it's just amazing to see because he progressed so much as an artist, and it's beautiful to see your brothers win. Absolutely amazing.
And that track was another fire one, by the way. Fire. I got a question from Silent Storm. He sent this, and I was too iffy about putting it up. But I'm in control now. Shakespeare is not in control. So Silent Storm is fucked. But I'm going to go ahead and pop the question anyway. I don't know what it means, but I'm going to ask it anyways. From Silent Storm, question, 8 ball or a 9 ball?
9 ball. I think 9 ball.
Are you talking about pool?
I'm thinking now because I'm chilling on my pool table now, so I was like, oh yeah, 9 ball.
9 ball. Well, there you go, Silent Storm. 9 ball, baby. You got your answer. Your question answered. I don't know what the fuck that meant. But that's the type of questions we got. I got another one.
About pool. I hope I'm not making a fool out of myself right now. I hope it's about pool.
I really hope it's about pool. I really freaking hope. But my question, your album's coming out.
Right.
First of all, I'm going to let you know this right now. I'm going to react to every single fucking track. That's exactly what's going to happen in my life. But how long did it take you to actually sit down and actually write that whole album?
About a month.
A month?
About a month for each track. About a month for each track. I like Victorious. Took me about a day. Took me about a day to write, practice, and record it afterwards.
And you could just
like the moment you get into like that momentum, it's like you can't stop.
I got you. So you got that rhythm going. So you want to keep that rhythm like constantly out there. So you writing your ass off.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. There's not a day that goes by where I don't write. I'm always writing something.
So like you said, Victorious took you what? You said a day?
It took me a day. So, like I knew the song. Like I called it Victorious before I even wrote it.
So you wrote, practiced, memorized all in a day.
All in a day.
That's fucking nuts. I wrote a rhyme in 1986 and I'm still trying to finish it. That's nuts, bro. That's crazy.
I'm waiting for that feature, brother.
Ain't no feature here. Your career is doing this, brother. I don't want to be the cause for your career to do that. I don't want that to happen at all.
Man's gonna be a rapper soon, bro.
Great. I'm gonna get off my cell phone and use the PC in the studio. Let me in. I'm sitting on timeout.
You're fired. I got you, brother. There you go.
Yes, sir.
Much better.
That's much better. That's
much better. Now I'm not yelling. Now I'm not yelling at everybody. My volume's more quiet, and I'm back in my comfort zone.
Your Vin Diesel shine in your head. I can see everything, baby.
Hey, come on, bro.
You gotta put some turtle wax in that shit.
I'm fired? All right, yo, peace out, boys. I'm gone. Hey, I'm fired.
No. You good? You good?
I'm going to finish my Christmas shopping.
You know how I do when I do these podcasts. I smoke and I drink too much. I can't run this shit.
It's all good. It's all good.
So your album coming soon. Any crazy features that you want to do?
So there's obviously Easy Mo, Looney, H-Bomb, King Blitz is also gonna be on there. King Blitz too. I also have a song that I did. I featured on a song with High Res as well.
Oh.
So I'm just waiting on them to tell me like when it's gonna go out.
That last High Res song that he did, bro,
retarded.
I play that constantly, bro. And now it's gonna be you in High Res. Nah, you can't do that to me.
I kind of have to.
I'm an old man, brother. My heart can't take that type of shit. That's gonna be crazy.
Like when I heard about it, and then when they're like, okay, no, High Res is ready. I was like, are you joking with me? Like, so then as soon as like I started writing, the track was done. So it's ready. Like I'm just waiting for it out.
That's so sick. That's so lit. do you plan on still continuing to eat up these bar challenge beats, or
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
just showing people like don't fuck around, like just cause like I signed and I'm doing this, don't sleep on it. I'm still gonna eat up your beats. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I was going to come back with a remix to Eminem's Rap God. I was
Okay.
going to. I was either between that or Godzilla, one of the two.
Hey, you can't, Mike. I love you, brother. You can't do that. I'm too much of an Eminem fan. I'm too much of a Michael Boss fan. I can't do that. You just saying a bunch of shit that's gonna give me complications as I get older, bro. You can't do that.
That's lit.
That was
That's
my
lit.
next question, though. I'm happy that you mentioned Rap God and all that. That song that you did for the fans.
Yes. Oh, the Mockingbird remix. Because for me it was like yeah, the artists and everything gets appreciation, but I feel like the listeners and the reactors don't really get their appreciation. So I just wanted to take the time out, like 4 minutes, like on that track, just like saying how much I appreciate you guys, because it's you guys mean a lot to me more than you think.
Dude, that was so fire, bro. Like I started listening to it, I did a reaction to it, and I'm just like, bro, that was so like it that you could tell that came from the heart. That was straight, and the way you rode the beat, because at the end of the day, I'm a hip hop head, so I'm gonna see how you did it. And I was like, when I saw Mockingbird M bars, and I went, what? Hold on. That I mean, you did very more than very well. You did
That's
fucking
one of my
awesome.
favorite M songs. So like to hear like that was also one of my first tracks that I heard that you did. Um, and when I heard it, I was like, yo, I love this beat. I love this track. And then you just ate that shit up like a kid fucking in a candy store, bro. Like
Right.
you just
That's a
murdered that
fact.
shit.
That's a fact.
Especially it's because you can't go lightly on an Eminem track as well. So it's like I had to make sure I did justice on that. Like I wasn't gonna disappoint on that.
Well, I'm pretty sure that if the goat heard it, you would have made the goat proud. I've seen. I'm a huge Eminem fan to the point where in my tattoo it says "rot in pieces," just like his tattoo he got in his belly button.
Brap.
That is legendary.
I got an Eminem air freshener. For God's sake, that shit lost smell years ago.
Jesus Christ.
So when I heard every cover that people's made rapping their own lyrics, but rapping on an Eminem beat. There's only a few of you that did it right.
Facts. Straight facts though. Straight facts though.
There's a couple of them out there that they should go delete it out of their YouTube and go kill themselves. Because that shit is trash. That is trash. And then because I've already reacted to you before you put that out. So
Right.
I'm sitting there and I was like, oh, please, Mike, please, just go crazy on it. Please, and you did. 100% you did. Now that we're talking about other rappers, your top five, all time, it don't matter dead or alive, it don't matter if they're on EBT right now.
All right, so I think so. My top five goes as follows. Marshall,
Of course.
nobody does it like him. That just needs to be up there.
Like that one's etched in stone.
Right.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even think he should be allowed in the top five because that's kind of unfair.
So who's your top six?
So I would say,
Right? Like I'm saying, like for real though, because like he's in everybody's top five. So like just skip M. Who's your other top six?
Hold on, I got a magic trick. Watch. All right, go ahead.
whoa!
That was lit.
Thank you, buddy. I love you.
Now me and Mike
That's
want one.
my top five. Okay, so obviously M, and then Biggie. I put Biggie up there. Hobson's actually number two for me. Hobson is definitely number two. Number three, I think I'll go with Twister. Put Twister up there. Twister's
Okay.
another one. Also, I was gonna put Lupe Fiasco. He's in top 10. I'd say. Okay, so
There's so many to
Hobson,
choose from.
Hobson, Joyner. Joyner's another one. Then I say Tech Nine. Tech Nine's also up there, and Method Man. Method Man is also one that's
Dude,
up there.
do you know how close our top 5 is together?
It's probably the exact same, is it?
Dude, mine is M, Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z, and Method Man.
Ah, that's a solid 5.
And no one can tell me nothing about the 5 of them. I don't care about none of that. Those are going to be my top 5 no matter what. I mean, me being from New York, I was really into like Biggie and Jay and Nas. That was running through my streets heavy.
Facts.
Oh yeah, my man.
And then when this white boy from fucking Detroit came and fucked up my life in 1996, he just went right up to my top. I said, nah, fuck that. To this day, but what I would like to say is, don't get it twisted. The way you, Easy, H-Bomb, Shakespeare too, the way you guys rap, brother, y'all not that far off. Because I enjoy, like, I no lie, I got Shakespeare, yours, Easy, H-Bomb. I got your music on my playlist on my YouTube shit. And I just, when I go in my car, it plays my mix, and you guys are all in it.
Oh man, I love that.
Appreciate you. You just put me in. You just put me in line with some greats, so I appreciate that, man.
Brother, come on, brother. But
Yeah, like, for real.
Because Shakespeare's, the way Shakespeare raps, it reminds me of that old school rap that I grew up with.
That underground style.
That gritty, like, I'm gonna go and smack your pigeon type of talk.
Exactly.
You feel me? And then when you rap, you're more like, if you listen to your words, it sounds like old school rap but with a new school flow. So you can't fucking take that out like, nah, he's doing too much. Oh, the fuck he's not.
We got a question from the chat that I'm gonna pull up from Angel. Mike, how long does it take you to write a song and put it and structure it all together?
It all depends on my mood. So like I mentioned, Victorious took about like the entire like writing process, practicing, recording. It took me about a day. And bear in mind, this was still when I had like other things going on, so I would come back to the studio and then finish. And like Devour took me 45 minutes to write and practice, record it. So I'd say that took me about like about 20 minutes to write that verse, and then just like recording it afterwards it's the easy part.
I got a question to jump off of that question. You don't smoke.
I do.
Then forget about my question.
I
didn't think you smoked, but do you get to that place where you smoke? Does that help you get to that place where you need to be at?
It's
depends
not
depends
really.
how good it
it's
is.
like how do I say it? It's because I do it on my own time, and it's like it really doesn't matter, because like if I'm performing or like recording something, it doesn't make a difference, because I know how to control my breath in the sense, but it's just like I prefer not to breathe, so just like rap instead. It just makes everything easier.
Right. Okay. I got you. We got another question from Nico in the chat. My man Nico's asking, who are your top 5 artists outside of hip hop that influence your music the most?
That's a dope question.
Wow,
Fire question, Nico.
that's actually a really
dope
good question. So I would say like so my top five inspirations. Number one, Will Smith. Will Smith is number one with that. Number two, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is.
Mike
Wait,
Tyson's Mike Tyson.
let me not give too much away about that. But yeah, there's Mike Tyson. Another influencer I would say is Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is also another inspiration. There is one South African person I do look up to, but he's not an artist. He's actually the guy who made me want to run. So it's Wade van Niekerk. He's number four, and number five I would say Hobson. Hobson actually, like outside of music, I look up to people who engage with their fans.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's a solid five right there. Now you had two boxes in
Right.
your top five. So how deep into boxing are you?
I'm actually boxing right now.
This nigga's gonna smack the fuck out of everybody. Talk your shit to Michael Bars. I dare you. Or knock your block off.
Because my brother was an MMA fighter as well. So we were heavy, very very big Tyson and Pacquiao fans. Like before anything else, they were very very big into that, and because it's just there's a lot that goes into boxing that people don't understand. It's definitely more mentality than muscle itself. So it's been about like two months since I got back into boxing now, and I'm enjoying it.
dope.
I'm really enjoying it.
That's dope.
I used to box pizza rolls. I've never did none of that. So are you thinking are you doing this boxing just to keep in shape, just to have the coordination, or are you thinking about trying to get to that type of level?
If it happens, it happens. I'd definitely do it. I'm not gonna say no to a boxing match. So I definitely do that. But as of right now, it's just music. Music is my baby. That's my baby right now.
That's a fact. Because I was gonna say, I don't care how good you are in boxing.
Music stays number one.
I can't have Michael Bars now rap. The world needs your music. You need to chill.
I promise, bro. I promise. I'm gonna keep doing it. Like I'm probably gonna be in my 80s still trying to write lyrics and everything. Like,
That's another question that I have.
It won't leave you. It won't leave you, bro. I've done some things, gone through some shit with life, and if it's in your blood, it's always gonna pull you back. You're never gonna leave. You're never gonna escape it. You're never gonna walk away from music saying I'm done, because when you write, like that's your hobby, that's your passion. When you get paid from it, it becomes like a job getting paid off of your hobby. So even if you walk away from it, you're still going to freestyle. You're still going to hum melodies. You're still going to do that shit when you're 40, 45, 50. Like, look at H. Like, you're never going to walk away from it. Like, look at PJ. You're never, no matter what life throws at you, some things that are always going to be there, and music is one of them. So you might not necessarily write the music to push it out, but it's in your blood. So you're never going to be able to walk away from this. When you say when I'm 80, trust me, dog, when you're 80, it's still going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, look at the rest of these people, like Paul McCartney. He's still coming out with albums.
Yeah, but different genres.
But what I'm saying,
accept that shit a lot more than hip hop. The hip hop culture's finally saying, yeah, we want to see the LLs back on tour, the Big Daddy Kanes and all of that shit. So like OGs that are now coming back, like EPMD just dropped an album. The old cats that are now dropping their albums again, trying to reignite the young bucks, like Boot Camp Click's about to drop another album and shit like that. Like Buckshot was saying in an interview that he saved Sean Price verses purposely for when they release more material. So it's making it more okay now for artists to come back out and go tour in the 50s and 60s compared to like blues, jazz, rock.
Okay, now that you say that, because me, outside looking in, why isn't Nas selling like Eminem? Eminem could drop an album at 67 years old, and that man's still going to outsell everybody.
He
What
made
is
his
the
mark in
difference?
he definitely made his mark in the industry, because even coming from like Ray, for an example, bro, how many other like black people go against Eminem? Like literally, it's people have a hard time admitting that one of the best rappers is white.
Facts.
It's and this
Yeah.
is like past his skin color.
Look at Lord Jamal. Lord Jamal.
Listen,
Prime
we're not
example.
going to talk about no Lord Jamar in this channel.
I
That man
hate
could
that.
go ahead and go somewhere and rap the old people. I don't want to talk about no Lord Jamar here.
Yo, fuck
That
Lord
boy
Jamal.
said,
He had a
Eminem to
couple-
me,
He wasn't
the
even the
way-
hottest rapper in Brand Nubian.
excuse me?
Lord Jamal wasn't even the hottest rapper in Brand Nubian.
Facts! That man, Eminem said it, you were cleaning toilet seats and shit. It's
Exactly.
whatever, kid.
I think it has to do with marketing with M versus Nas, because Nas's last album, like just having those Lauryn Hill tracks and shit like that, he made money off of his last album.
Facts, he did.
Oh,
I think he marketed his last album a lot better than he had with some of his other shit.
Right.
But like, I think when he left the major label towards like the early 2000s, when he was dropping like Nostradamus and shit, people were just like, oh, this is watered down. I don't like it as much.
Right.
But I don't know. It's a slippery slope. You can't compare cats to like numbers with them. You just can't do that. It's not fair.
I mean, that's why I tell people, man, when you talk numbers, you don't try to downsize because Eminem is white. He's got a bigger white fan base. Do you know how many white people right now are buying albums from everybody else because Eminem brought them to rap?
Exactly. If it wasn't for him, if it wasn't for him, a lot of people wouldn't have came out of their shell. Like, you know, like you said, no. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have the J. Coles, we wouldn't have the Hobsons, we wouldn't have the Kendrick Lamars, we wouldn't have the
Insane.
Juice WRLDs. Like even today's top new mainstream rappers, all of them mention Eminem. Even the baby, it's crazy.
It's
Facts.
nuts. So my question to you, going on for that, is a segue. This is a whole segue that I try to do real quick.
Yes, Sirski.
So do you think you're gonna keep on doing the rapping thing? You're gonna keep on pushing until you're like fucking blown up? I know that for a fact, and it's gonna happen. Performance now, because I have to say something. I'm a stand to 110%. Eminem's performances suck.
Oh, with
Some
the I
do.
know what you mean. Like with the backtracks and everything in the background.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit less creative and it's being more, I'm in a stage and everything. I'm saying that who would be the one rapper that you would want to perform with? Like on stage, you and him, big crowd, fucking football stadium full of people.
That I would. That's actually a really, really tough question.
I do those from time to time, baby. It's
So many. That's a
I'm
wicked
thinking now
question.
because I mean DMX was crazy in his performances.
Retarded.
I honestly wouldn't want to share the stage with anyone else other than him, like him or Hobson. But like in my group, I would say, because I want to perform with everyone that I made a track with. But I think the one
Yes.
I'm really excited to perform live with someone, it's Victorious with Easy. Then Breaking Bad. Also, I really want to perform with Looney on stage as well.
Gang. Well, that's the whole point of collabing with these artists, is so like you get to be able to hopefully one day be fortunate enough to perform with them at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, like your first album has a hotter lineup than any artist I can pretty much name in the Philippines best album features, to be perfectly honest. Like when I looked at the lineup, like a lot of cats don't realize that like doing a track with Looney, who's like the number one streamed Filipino artist and pretty much battle rapper of all time, how much of a big fucking deal that is. Like, yeah, he's a battle rapper, but dude's gone 5 times platinum. So like not only him, but then like Easy, H, like if you were to just do a tour promoting that album,
The Breaking Bad talk.
the Breaking Bad tour, if you were to just do a tour and have the artists that were featured on that album on tour with you, bro, that would sell out. That would sell out SM's arena in fucking Manila, beside Mall of Asia in Manila. Like that's just straight fact. It really is. That lineup, like, I don't know how do you plan on topping that lineup in the future?
It's definitely gonna be something I need to like I'm gonna come up with. Actually, yes. After this next song releases, I do have something planned, and it goes back to when I had my top 5 inspirations. I won't give too much away, but
Don't do it. Don't.
there's
That's
that.
This man is gonna box Mike Tyson.
No, wait, hold up. No,
My brother, you better rap fast.
no, bro, no, nothing. I'd rather fight the Paul brothers instead. I'd rather fight both of them than fight Tyson.
You said the Paul brothers?
yeah, like
I'd rather fight
Logan
both
Paul.
of them at once than take on Tyson. No, he scares me.
Even
Dude,
now,
X,
man,
he's 60-something years old. Did you see that training video on Instagram?
it's
He's
scary
way
shit.
bigger than what he was.
He's a
Scary.
lot faster. That's crazy. That's nuts.
Mike, me and you have spoke a couple times leading up to the podcast, and we were talking about you touring and some issues that I know from that have gone on. You were supposed to be doing some shows, but ran into a little bit of a hiccup with the pandemic and the bullshit that's gone on. Have you got any word that anything is clearing up, or that stuff is lightening up and you will be allowed to start traveling to prepare for shows and performing and stuff at all?
It has been made clear, yes. It has been made clear. It's just now with the new variant popping over as well, because everyone's blaming Africa for it now. So it just makes it a lot difficult for us to leave,
Yeah.
or for me to actually leave, and it does make me depressed. It really does. It gets to me, but that's why I just prefer writing all the time, so that I don't have to think about the fact that my colleagues are all the way on that side of the world, and yeah.
So is there light at the end of the tunnel from our last conversation about that?
There's definitely light at the end of the tunnel, bro.
So that's absolutely fantastic. So like fingers crossed, all of us, the people watching, hopefully we'll be able to see some videos and shit, or be fortunate enough to see you performing soon.
Absolutely. Like, remember from our last conversation, brother?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
bet.
sir.
Like that's amazing. That's amazing.
I got a question. I wasn't ignoring any of you. My one question that I had is this gentleman, Craig Oliver.
Is he here right now?
I'm asking because is that your father?
That's my dad.
Yo, dude, your father shows me so much love, bro.
Yeah, he talks about you. He talks about you. Like it's crazy. It's
Because
absolutely
I saw the
crazy.
pictures and I was like, I don't know if that's his father or not though. I'm like, because he
Does
sent
he
me a
look
message.
like me? Does he look
He
like
sent me
me?
a message saying, "Thank you for showing my son so much love."
No,
So I'm like, in
that's
my mind,
nice.
I'm like, I'm from New York. When you say son, that's my boy.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Ah, got you.
So
Yeah.
that's why I'm just like, I'm not sure if this is his dad or not, or if he's just like that's his son.
Oh
But
man.
tell your father, yeah, thank you. He's the man. I swear to God, he is.
That's lit. That's dope,
I'm gonna let him
man.
know. I'm gonna let him know. He's definitely gonna watch this. He's definitely gonna watch this.
Well, Craig Oliver, a shout out to you, my guy.
Shout out to you, Dad.
Now
Man.
I'm gonna touch on something that a couple of people have talked about in the chat. As an artist, when I write music, if I'm gonna write a commercial track or a track that I want radio play on, I'm gonna go into that and write my verse purposely with no cursing, so there doesn't have to be any edits after. Now, I don't know if this is subconscious because of your upbringing or whatnot, but do you consciously not swear pretty much at all in your music to keep it more commercially hard, or is that also part of your upbringing as well?
I would say it's more of a Michael Bars thing. It's more of a me thing because it's like yes, the benefits is you get more radio plays, you have kids listen to it, but it's at no, don't get me wrong, I do swear. I on my own time and when
Of course you
things
do.
pop off, of course I
Yeah,
swear.
of course.
But in my but like when it comes to music, it actually feels weird writing with swear words now. Like
So that's
it's been
like
so
that's
long
that's
since
you be
I
that's your professionalism coming out then.
right. And it's like the last time I actually swore in a track was my Lucky You remix by Eminem and Joyner Lucas. That was the last time I swore, like in one of my remixes. But that was like three years ago.
Okay, dope.
Now,
We're
besides
here.
rapping, besides doing what you do on that mic,
We just kill
do
it.
you ever think about attempting to go into like other aspects of making music, like being a producer, doing promos and stuff like that, like trying to hit all avenues so you could
Oh
get.
yes, I actually am producing my own beats now. So this new track that's supposed to come out was produced by me.
Do you get any tips and pointers, or is it just tutorial videos and grinding?
It's actually the reason why I started doing it more is because it was actually after like the recent songs coming out, I realized that there's no such thing as a perfect mix. Something that sounds really terrible to you right now can sound the absolute best to somebody else.
Right.
So
Yeah,
it's like whatever you put out, there's always going to be something someone else wants to add in. So it's like, okay, so there's no such thing as a perfect mix. So if it sounds good, it sounds good.
100%. It's not supposed to sound 100% perfect and polished.
That's
Like
what makes the song amazing.
little tiny imperfections are good.
Exactly, man.
I'm gonna have to get on the track with Michael Bars. I need to do something. I need to do the ad libs. I can say fire 1,500 times
Please do that for me. Please
Brap,
do that for
brap.
me.
because, like I told you before, when Shakes was not in here, I wrote a rhyme in 1986, and I'm still trying to finish it. So I ain't no rapper. But dude, like I love music so much. Like I was brought up in just listening to music. Rap, of course, being from New York, that grabbed me and beat the shit out of me. But I listen to everything. I listen to the Beatles. I listen to country. I listen to all types of music. If it sounds good and there's a good message, I'm gonna listen to it.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
my question to you is going from rap because you mainly do rap. Are you looking into getting into any other types and genres of music?
Oh yes, I love rock music. I love it. I am a huge Linkin Park fan.
Mm.
Linkin Park, I like Nickelback. Metallica, Slipknot. Slipknot is also another one that I enjoy, and Drowning Pools. Drowning Pools
Yeah,
is also
yeah.
another one. I love rock music. That's why, like with Brutal Legend, I was like, let me actually just do them both. I like because I'm very much into aggressive music, very much into it. So I would say like rock music. I used to like dubstep as well.
Okay.
Dubstep was also another one, and yeah, it's just that and battle rap that just got my attention with everything.
Because there's a lot of schemes that you use that it in your music that just sounds like a fucking bar that you're throwing at somebody in battle rap. Like it comes out of you when you're like inside your stuff. And I kind of hear like you want to tell this man a bunch of curse words, but then you clean it up and then you make it sound fucking clean as shit.
Like,
So
trust me, that like at the end, at the end of that one track we were talking about, I was so tempted. I was just like, it's been so long. It's like I would be really satisfied. Like, when you listen to like easy songs or whatnot, and you're like, damn, I really feel like swearing in the song, but it's like I can't.
Yeah, I, it's crazy. How did you and Easy connect with each other? Like, how did you, Easy, and PJ H Bomb connect with each other?
So
How did that
I
come about?
connected to Kuya PJ once Easy and I started talking, and it's literally over a year ago. During the time Pac-Man went out, and then in my comment section, a lot more people were saying you should collab with Easy Mo, collab with Easy, collab with Easy. Then I checked him out, and I was like, who is this guy? I was like, yeah, like, and I don't like doing collabs with just anyone. When I heard Easy, I
We
was
can
like,
we
yeah,
can see
we
that.
gotta do something.
We
As soon
can
as
see that.
I heard him, I was like, yeah, we can make something really special together. And then as time passed on, I met H Bomb, and then we started becoming really really close with one another. And it's just crazy how so much has happened in this last year.
wow.
Like the one, I must admit, I did cry once the song with Looney was completed, because it's just like, I watched him battle rap when I was like 12, 13, and now he's
I'm
on a
saying,
track
I'm
with me.
saying though, I'm saying
That's
though, like,
crazy, man.
that's like that's like a trophy in itself. Like to be like it really is though.
That's a fact.
Absolutely. That's why I
It's
was like,
crazy.
I didn't care what people thought of the song, because just the fact that one of my idols is on a track with me, no one can tell me anything.
Like
Right.
I know your track with Easy's called Victorious, but like you and Looney's track, that's like the victory in itself for you right there. That's the vindication for you. Like, you know what I mean? Like we have a lot of mutual friends, a lot. So I was watching your come up, talking to some of these guys, like in the very, very beginning. And we're DMing each other saying, just watch, just watch, just watch. There's things that I could touch on and get into, but I don't want to open up cans of worms on certain issues. But I will just ask you this question, and I'm not going to lead this into anything else where it could go. But how long does it take you to write a diss track?
To take a diss track, all I need is 20 minutes. All I need is 20 minutes.
The
Because
energy, you
if
and
I'm dedicated to not liking you, I'm gonna make sure you feel that.
okay. I'm not going to take this any other directions. I really could, but I'm not. We're here live.
Why you starting shit, man?
I'm not. I'm asking him how long it takes to write a diss
Hey,
track.
don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about Michael Boss. I got your back. Don't even worry about that. Get him my way. I'll fuck him up. I don't give a fuck. Me and Federico. We all fuck him up.
I'll break Federico's fucking jaw, man. Real talk. Real talk. Real talk,
brother,
man.
he still pays rent here, so you need to relax.
Okay, so I'll just break his leg.
We got a question in the chat by Silent Storm, and this was one of my questions that I actually had for you. Question is, who is the best producer of all time to you?
Dr. Dre.
Facts.
Dr. Dre is the best producer to ever live.
He's sick. He's sick with it. You know what I would love? I would love a versus battle with Scott Storch and Dr. Dre.
Don't do
Oh
that.
my!
Don't do that.
If we're adding
Don't do
Scott
that.
Storch in there, that's wow.
Only because like some of the beats that we all love from Dre are low key Scott Storch's beats. So like you can YouTube like Scott Storch beats, and you're gonna sit there being like, no, that's Dre's, that's Scott's. So like, I'd love for Timberland and Swiss Beats to just be like, yo, fucking Dre, Storch, you guys are going in.
Oh yeah. Oh
That would
yeah.
be crazy.
Because they're the ones that run verses, right? So I'd love to see that, just to see the gems that they're gonna pull out. Because like for me, verses is all about nostalgia, and you listen to that
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
and it brings you back to that happy place. I hated the 3-6 Mafia and Bone Thugs. I think if you're an artist in the industry, and you're performing on a stage like that, don't fucking lip sync. I think rule number one on the versus battle is don't
that's-
fucking lip sync, because I don't want to watch you ruin your song. I want to keep those good memories in my head, and when I watch you fucking mumble in your mouth and it's not the same words, it makes me want to just change the fucking screen.
I saw your post on that. Because it's true what you're saying. Because now it's like, can you call yourself a performer if you don't know your own words? Like, is that still allowed?
Nah.
I don't know, but after like you watch the Locks battle with Dipset, and you watch the Locks fuck their shit up with like complete spitting game, they set the bar that anybody else coming into the verses, you shouldn't be lip.
Yeah, man, but you're talking about the Locks, though. The Locks never held a candle to Dipset, or the Dipset never held a candle to the Locks.
Yeah, but Cam's got a catalog, man. It disappointed me that Cam was lip syncing.
Well, I mean, that's because he's on drugs. But I will humbly like to disagree with you. I think that with Shakes, I think Dr. Dre is not like top.
Dr. Dre's legendary, man.
Top shelf.
Dr. Dre's 100% the best producer of all time.
I would put
100%.
Timberland up there as well. Timberland is also, he's a legend. Timberland, there's Pharrell also. He when he produced his own beats, he was also quite good. Like even now, I worked with one of my favorite producers that I used to look up to as well, Kato on the track.
Kato on the track, yep.
He's also really
Facts.
good.
Facts.
Because I was going to say, my verses I was going to say was actually Dr. Dre versus Timberland.
Yeah.
Because Timberland's catalog, dude, is insane.
The Genuines, the Jodeci's, the Missies, like people forget that. And then the
Justin Timberlake, Busta Rhymes. Brother, he's done so much fire-ass beats. I think he could give Dr. Dre a run for his money a little bit.
I would just love to hear that for the nostalgia again. Just to hear those beats and bring me back. Like, again, the Shakey Vibe podcast, we're live with Michael Bars.
Facts.
Yes,
Bars. We're taking your questions from the chat, people. Don't be shy. When do you get a chance to get up close and interact with Michael Bars like this?
And I'm good with all kinds of questions, guys. All kinds.
That's what also I wanted to ask you is you're like in our area, in the little area of YouTube that we have, the community that we have, because the three of us have a lot of the same fan base. And a lot of people that follow you, follows me, follows Shakespeare. Like in that area of ours, you're like top dog, like ain't nobody fucking with this guy. Right?
Oh,
You can't.
man.
Michael Bars will just murder you. Like, I don't want to name names, but like, fuck.
You're starting shit again. Shakes?
No, I'm not. I'm okay. I'm on timeout, man. I'm on timeout.
You're gonna lose internet in a minute.
I'm just gonna watch. No life shacks in the chat.
The fake No Life Shack. What up, nigga?
Fake low life shacks in the chat, throwing some love.
Shout out to you, my guy.
What up, Shaq?
So you see now I lost my fucking question, Shakespeare, because you want to start some shit with Michael Bars and the one that should not be named.
Where's my dog? Why would I want to start shit with Homeboy, man? I don't want to start shit with Homeboy.
If a diss track comes tomorrow, it's because of Shakespeare. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, it takes a lot for me to write a diss track. Like, someone really needs to get on my nerves for that.
All right.
Well, the question that I was trying to lead to before Shakespeare completely just smacked me in the face with some shit. Fuck, I lost it again. Listen, there is a portion of us that is in this community that think that you're like God. With your lyrics, the way you spit it, the way you deliver it is important to me. Because delivery to me is everything. So you're considered the top guy. You're really popular. Does it irritate you that you cannot penetrate? Not that you can't, you will, but it's taking time to penetrate that wall so everybody can enjoy Michael Bars.
Right, bro. I would say it does get on my nerves that that I don't get the exact recognition I deserve. But it's like, I'm just grateful for every fan and listener that I have right now. So it's like, do I really have something to complain about? No, I don't think so.
Right. Because you're really interactive with the fans too. You
go
live. You're always on the comments. You're really interactive with them. And I mean, like I said, without them, we won't be here, like, at all.
Absolutely.
Like me and Shakespeare, in a matter of months, hit 10,000 subscribers. That's nuts.
Come on, congrats.
Shakespeare took that bull by the horn and fucked it up.
All right, it's just fucking retarded. It's all good though.
Come on, brother. Come on, man.
And like, our main thing is to make sure that we try to give as much light as possible to people like you, Easy, H-Bomb, all of them. Because I hear a lot of rap and I hear a lot of garbage shit where you guys need to be at. And that's just me being a person that likes lyricists the most out of anything. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of the young ones that are pretty much running this fucking rap shit right now would disagree because they can't have the mental capacity to understand what the fuck Michael Bars just said. And that's the problem with it. That's the problem with it. Like, you rap so good in the way you flow and the way that you scheme and the way that you do your shit and deliver. It's too much for the youth now that is pretty much controlling rap to understand what you're doing. So immediately, if it's too hard, they just don't listen.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. To the point where artists literally have to dumb their lyrics down just so people can catch it. And then they're like, oh, no, it was hard. Like, how? Because you caught it.
No.
It's like, it doesn't make sense to me because it's like the more complicated it is, like the less chance of like someone listening. Like I don't care because that just means I don't have stupid listeners. So I'm perfectly fine with that.
Right.
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Because like lately, what I've been seeing in the rap game has been having not that much, but a very slight shift towards more lyricists and more like heavy hitters like Joyner and all these guys. Because Joyner's throwing out his commercial stuff. But when Joyner throws out his commercial stuff, dude, listen to the music. Don't listen to the beat. Listen to what he's saying. He's still a lyricist at heart. And I'm seeing that shift. So what's getting me excited is that could open a whole lot more doors for people like you, Easy, H-Bomb, Shakespeare, So people could just like now, okay, let me listen to more of this type of music. Boom. That's when you guys that have a good following are gonna blow the fuck up. Because all it takes is that shift to go to a complete circle and it's a wrap.
Exactly. Exactly, brother.
But like
Literally goes down to that.
it upsets me to see people with that much talent that put so much work into their art to not get the recognition that you guys need to be getting.
It is crazy. It literally it's madness because as an artist, it is kind of a slap in the face. Like we've put in like years of dedication to this, but then someone who literally started rapping 2 days ago suddenly surpasses you, and everything that you've done in the last few years just because he's trending on TikTok now. Like it doesn't add up because now
Right.
it's just like it upsets me because so much people are becoming popular for no reason.
Yeah,
It
Well,
it's
upsets
upsetting.
me.
It's upsetting because like I came up in a time of substance when like it was about what you had to say, trials, tribulations, struggles, the come up, and all of that stuff. Where now it's all about clicks, views, likes, streams, and it becomes so much more washed down with so much less substance and really nothing to say, but except like fucking money,
Boy,
bling, like the same boring bullshit.
right.
exactly.
We got another question, and this is a goodie. This
Let's
is a
go.
goodie from Dom Gloria. What
Hey,
is good?
what's up? What's up?
Shorty, do what? This is a good question. And Bars, since you adopt Filipino as your home, would you make a diss track for Easy, knowing most of his haters are Filipino?
Slippery slope.
Would I make a diss track to Easy?
Like having his back for like with easy.
Oh, having his back. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I would definitely have his back. Like throughout everything, because the thing is, Easy wouldn't do something unless there is a solid reason to it.
He's
So
Right.
like be surrounded by people that move smart, not like that do unnecessary things. So obviously, like diss track isn't something you would go to first, but like the situation with Ring, like so much people tried bashing him, but no one was standing up for him. No one was standing up for him at the time. So that's when I was like, Anya, what now?
Yeah.
So I will 100% stand up for my friends. I'll 100% do that. But at the same time, it needs to be for a good reason. It needs to be for a good reason.
Right. That was a good question, Gloria.
That is a very, very good question because
You deserve a
people do
star
just
for that one.
people do just throw diss tracks at one another just for the sake of doing it.
For clout.
Yeah, exactly.
There's been like two guys directly in my city in the Philippines that have thrown shots at Easy specifically just for clout. And I'm like, I came right out in the forefront and I was like, are you guys for real? And that smoke on one side died down real fucking quick. Real fucking quick. But it's like, I got a question. I don't know if you touched on this a little bit earlier. Are you half Filipino?
No, no, but I am, like I mentioned now, adapting to the culture and everything because, like I mentioned, it was more of a home for me than my own country. So I don't even consider myself where I'm actually from because I was very ashamed of where I came from for a very long time.
Okay.
because it's like nobody wanted to see the other person win, and I had to accept that. I had to accept that. So it's like, okay, it's my decision to get up and find home somewhere else.
And
That's crazy.
did you choose the Philippines or did the Philippines choose you? Or a bit of both?
Both. Let's say both. Definitely both. They welcomed me with open arms, and I went straight in. I mean, straight
Same,
in.
that the same here, and now I live here.
Like, yeah, bro. Like, I'll legit, man. Like, I'll have my wedding there. Like, I'll legit have my wedding there.
You won't want to leave once you get off the plane, dog.
I can
Real talk.
imagine.
Real,
I
real,
can absolutely
real talk.
imagine.
We got another question from the chat. I don't know if I should put this one up.
I wouldn't put it up.
From
I
the
really
fake
wouldn't.
No Life Chat. M Bars, you're doing good, but how would you improve to get reviewed by the best reactor here? Now, him saying that,
Just proves
Coming
that
from
point
No
even
Life
more.
Shack, I would say, like, improve. Because also another thing with me is, I don't ask people to react to my song. It's because what I normally do is like, I would take, because I'll take like the copyright things off, because I want reactors to be able to monetize from the videos and everything. So because you want to see everyone win.
right,
But
right.
for me, it's like, if they see it, they see it. Because I like, if you enjoy my music, that alone means the most to me. So I don't feel like I'm losing at all. I don't feel that at all.
I wouldn't even give that question a second thought. Because the only way people are getting reacted to by No Life Shack now is if you pay them. So, like, it's not like No Life Shack 3 years ago where he actually gives a shit about the underground. Now it's just a matter of putting bread in his pocket. So, don't even watch that. Don't even look at that question. At the end of the day, as an artist, all you got to do is fucking keep grinding. The numbers are going to keep climbing, and if No Life Shacks to react to you, so be it. If not, it doesn't matter. That's not gonna make or break your fucking career. No Life Shack doesn't make or break your career. Your music does.
No Life Shack is trash. You don't need none of that. You don't need nobody to react to your music. You know why? Because it's so good that eventually we're gonna run into it.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna
It's
happen.
gonna happen. So I mean, it's just waiting the inevitable. It's gonna happen. You're gonna get. I can see it that you're gonna get to that level, and I know this don't mean
Dude,
shit coming from
some of
me.
his tracks off of his last album are on that level already. So like,
Facts.
you don't gotta change shit, dude. Like, trust me. Pardon my French, because I know you don't swear. My homeboy, my Bicolano brother, T Mac Reacts, is in the house. He's got a question for you. This is my homeboy. This is like one of my day
D
one.
Mac, I watched his reaction to Never Stop, and T Mac, I see you're in here, bro. I have a lot of respect for you. I have loads of respect for you, brother. And what boys are you going to make a
Are you
track?
going
Oh
to
yeah,
make a
oh
track
yeah,
with
oh yeah.
Randy again?
Rain and I are definitely gonna make a lot more tracks together. We just waiting, because we do have this other collab like planned. We still waiting. We don't have like a specific date for it yet. Um, but it would be. I was thinking of me, Easy, H Bomb, and Balasubas all on one.
I got a question for you, and it kind of leads into you doing a track with kind of Balasubis, Dangalo. Would there ever be a chance where Michael Bars does a track again with Michael Pacquiao, but
Oh yeah,
also hold on, but also with 40 on the track? Andrew E's son. So you do a track with Manny Pacquiao's son Michael, but then you also do a track with Andrew E, who's like one of the godfathers of Pinoy hip hop. His son 40 of Dongolo Records. Would that ever be something that you would contemplate doing, or have you thought about doing something like that?
I have, because I was also like going through like, okay, no, like just in the direction of who I wanted to work with. Because with me, all I ever wanted to do was work with Looney, because I mentioned he's played a big inspiration for me, and just the fact that him and I were song together, I'm like, the kid inside of me was happy, really,
Right.
really happy.
For sure.
And I do have a lot of respect for Andrew E as well. So I would definitely make a song with him.
I think that would be lit.
That
Just
was
to have
fire.
like the Dongolo family and
Hmm.
then
And like I
the
mentioned,
Sony family.
I'm putting my English is gonna be aside, because I rap in Tagalog now. So that's
Yeah.
also what's
That's
happening.
bra bra bra.
So that's also gonna be another thing that I'm adding in. So maybe even with Palasubas and I might not even write my verse in English.
That would be that's lit. That's lit. It's a
I'll
hard
still
language.
react to it.
It's a hard language, man.
Let me see what's
It's a
on.
hard language, man. I'm dropping a couple of Tagalog tracks, 2022. It's
Hey,
hard as hell.
respect, brother man,
Hard as hell.
respect.
Oh, so hard, man.
When is it gonna be? When is Michael Bars and Shakespeare happening?
Brother?
Me and Big Kahuna reached out.
Don't get nervous now, bro.
I ain't nervous. At the end of the day, I'd love to collab with Bars. Already knows that though. I'd like Bars. Like, come on now. Like, dude, the people that we have on this show are all artists. If you were a rapper, vibe that you would wanna do tracks with as well. Like, they're all artists that we enjoy, that we like, we look up to. So, like, for me to say nah, I wouldn't want to collab with Michael Bars, I'd be a fucking idiot. Like, dude's a lyricsmith. Like why wouldn't you like want to do a song with a dope spitter?
Man, I
Maybe
appreciate that so
Michael
much,
Bars is gonna
bro.
do it too.
Oh, and
100%, I would
honestly,
do it.
like I mentioned, like we connected through Kahuna as well, and then through H bomb as well. And from then we were supposed to like have our own thing going on before Sony came.
Yeah, like
And
we
then like
were
my
we were planning on
plans,
it. Like we were talking about it before Sony, and then that kind of throws a wrench into things. So like at the end of the day, I know the kind of deal that you have with Sony, so I ain't even gonna try and throw a wrench in that or blah blah blah. All I'm gonna do is focus on getting my views up, getting my channel up, and when it happens, it happens. At the end of the
I'm
day.
gonna tell you this right now. I can't die without a song. I'm just letting you know that right now.
now we got to do it for Ray. We got to do it for Ray.
You guys
Got it.
better get on track. At some point,
Even Michael Bars and Clip Monster, they're just like they're saying, they're calling for this in the chat. They're chanting for this.
they need that in their life. Look at what they're saying, man.
And Buzz, Clip Monster. Oh yeah, no, he's cool. I like him.
He's a monster, man. He's a
That
monster.
that boy is fire.
Well, I'm just gonna throw this out there. I'm like, if I ever get fortunate enough to get close to the 15K sub mark, I'm gonna do a 15K cipher, and I would be honored if you would bless that cipher, if you're able to. If you're
Bro,
able
absolutely.
to and you're allowed to. Like, I'm not gonna try and put you on the spot on camera, but I would be honored if you would help bless the 15K cipher track.
Bro, I would love to. I would love to,
Yeah.
my man.
Yeah,
Ba, ba, ba,
that's
ba,
a-
ba. And I want to be in that track too. I want to be in that track too.
You're doing the intro, Ray. You're doing the intro and the outro for sure. You're on.
Give me the intro and the outro. Tell me what you want me to say. All I gotta do is smoke my nose, drink a couple of beers, I'll be good. Now another question that I got for you, Mike.
What's up,
for
brother?
this, what is the end game for you? What's going to be? Do you feel like you're ever going to be satisfied in your career, or do you just see yourself, like you said, going 80 and still going at it?
I feel like because in the way that I am like right now, I know for a fact music is always gonna be there. It's my job. I love it. I'm never gonna stop it. It's just never gonna happen. But for me, I say I would be satisfied. I would fully be satisfied when I have a family of my own. That's when I would actually say, you know what, I made it.
That's crazy.
That's in that moment I can actually say, you know what, I've done everything to the point where I can pass that down. That's my end game.
that's that's fire.
Now, I want to touch on something. When you caught wind, because we could see you in your pictures and videos that you were posting, but like, what went through your body when PJ said Sony's interested in you? The second you caught wind that like just explain to the people watching and us that euphoric utopic energy that was just flowing through your body when it wasn't a possibility but an actual reality coming to fruition.
Actual reality, it was it actually only kicked in. It kicked in like on the day it became official. And but I remember H bomb phoned me the one day, and he told me about the Sony thing. And I'm someone who has a response for everything, literally anything. But that was probably one of the only moments in my life where I actually almost didn't know what to say. Because it's like what was I supposed to say the moment like he mentioned that it's that was literally one of the biggest moments in my career. And I owe that to him. I owe that to him.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But I mean, you being where you at right now is opening a lot more doors, right?
Oh yes. Oh yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's just it's weird because my own country is not even in my top 50 countries that stream my music.
So is mine. Don't even want. So that's the way it is. That's the way it is. Like don't watch that. I think like my city. I think Toronto is in my top 60, 70, somewhere down there. Like it's unfortunate, but like that's just the way that it is. That's the way it's always been for majority of cats, bro. It's sad.
Absolutely.
When you've already blown, like you have tracks with over like 100,000 views. You've already had tracks that have popped, but it's like when you pop, that's when your city is gonna jump on your back. And that's
They tried to do that when Pac-Man. No, actually they did it with Victorious, and then like only afterwards they were like, "Oh no, yeah, he's from South Africa, Cape Town." But it's like, where was that 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Like, where was that energy when I actually needed it?
yeah, facts.
So
Facts.
from that
Facts.
point, I was just like, I kind of need to stop being nice a bit, like, because it gets me in trouble. Really, really gets me in trouble. So I need to. It's really, really upsetting because the thing is, I've done so much for my city that I just don't get thankful. So it's like, why bother waste my time? You know what I
It's
mean?
it's it's a slippery slope and it fucking sucks, but it's the sad reality of typically that's like the way it is 99.9% of the time. Um, Do you, prior to the pandemic, were you performing? Like, were you performing in your city? Like, do you do shows?
Oh yeah, like I did go on tour to another I did go on tour outside of my city, but also what I used to do is I would surprise the students.
I saw that.
I would surprise the students, but what we would do is we had like this little program where we would not tell them, yo, don't do drugs, because they're gonna do it anyways if you tell them don't do it. So it's like telling them what will happen and taking in what we tell you in how and using that in bettering the life that you have now, and
Yeah.
then get off for the performance afterwards.
Keep doing that though, because one, you're spreading a positive message, but you're also working on your stage presence, and that's like key. The more you can
Absolutely.
perform, the more you can get on stage, whether it's small interactive crowds, it's just gonna help you when you get to the big fucking venues, which you're definitely working you're working towards, and you're there. It's just now a matter of getting that clearance, and once that clearance gets on, it's game time.
Oh yeah.
Exactly, brother. I'm very comfortable performing in front of a whole lot of people. I've I've never been a nervous person. I've always wanted to be in front of a whole lot of people. So I'm patiently waiting for that.
Do you have a hype man?
Just me and myself and Ray now. And Ray.
So when you tour, which it's coming, it's inevitable, you will be touring. You're gonna you're gonna do the Buster. Oh, Buster Rhymes has Spliff Star. You're gonna do the DMX and do the whole show by yourself.
Whole show by myself. I'll definitely be down. Definitely be down for that.
So it's gonna be in your contract that when you go on stage, you need a case of water beside you.
Yeah, he
No,
needs
I
a
have-
bottle of water. He needs a breathing machine. He needs Jesus. That boy is. But you see, now that you mentioned that, that's one thing that I don't like about performances like that. Like you're the main person, so you need to be center stage. When there's too much stuff going on stage, people tend to look at the chaos instead of paying attention to the one that's rapping.
Yeah, but all the hype man does is help you catch your breath. That's all the hype man's job is
Oh
to
no,
do.
yeah, for
Is
sure.
when you're performing,
Have
he
you
doesn't.
listened to Michael Barr's rap? That motherfucker don't need a break.
Brah, brah.
He don't need nobody to buffer him through another verse. That man goes through it.
Oh man, it just makes me excited to perform like these tracks. Like I can't wait to perform Devour live with Romy G. I cannot wait to perform those tracks.
Dude, do you know how bad the crowd in the Philippines is itching to see you perform Victorious with
Man.
fucking Easy Mill? Do you have any fucking idea how
Easy Mel and
crazy
Michael
that
Barr
crowd
on
is gonna go?
stage.
Do you know how much like the people in the Philippines are gonna freak out when you do your track with Balasubis?
Man, it's
With
crazy.
all of the FFP fam. Like, do you realize, like, I'm here, bro. I'm in the Philippines. I see and know. Like, bro, they're gonna fucking like you're gonna go from performing from students to literally having the crowd sing every word to your song, B.
That's a fact.
Man.
Having the
Patience.
DJ scratch that shit and go pull up, and they're gonna like rewind the track, and you're gonna have to start from the beginning again. Like this is shit that's going to be a reality. It's not trying to gas you up, pump you up. Like as soon as you get off the plane, you're going from your city not being put on your back to having the whole country here on your back, dog.
Now I got a question.
Yes,
I got a
sir.
question. And this is a tricky one. Now that Shakespeare said that, when that does happen,
Oh, it
When
will.
you-
It's inevitable.
when you get to where you're going to go, and then you start seeing that South Africa is starting to support you more, are you going to even bother
Absolutely
paying
not.
attention?
Absolutely not. Not at all. I don't give any of the artists here time of day. None of them. I made my choice. I'm no. It makes me mad thinking about it, but no,
That's
absolutely not.
crazy.
Do you think part of South Africa not really supporting has to do with not getting radio play?
It's more or less that they only want to see familiar faces. So in other words, it's rigged.
You got to pay money to get radio play.
Basically, and yeah. So I generally just don't. I don't like any of the artists here. Like it's just because I know how they are outside of the studio. I know
Right.
exactly how they are. So it's like, okay, I don't need to like you. Oh,
No, it's all good. At the end of the day, like it is what it is. It's unfortunate. It sucks, but you can't let that stop the grind. Can't let that stop the hustle. You got your game plan in motion, and you just got to stick to your game plan. So like,
All you gotta do is sit in the front, in the middle, the dead center of South Africa. Look to your left, your right, up and down. Everywhere around the world is going to know who the fuck Michael Bars is. Forget about
oh,
that. It is what it is. It's gonna happen.
it is
Now,
what it is, brother.
your family, because I see your dad's a very big supporter of your music, and he's got your back. Was
Oh, yeah.
that always since you started at 11 years old? Have they
He was
always supported?
always he was always like, my dad was always my biggest supporter. He was always there like when I was doing athletics, when I was doing football, like he was there. He was there always. With the music, he's always been supporting that. But I did have to prove it because not everyone can just make it in music. So it's like I really had to show him I could do this. So now it's like they hear my music before anyone else does.
That's
that's
awesome.
amazing.
That's
That's
crazy.
awesome. Because your dad is a fucking superstar, brother. That
Yeah,
man
he's
loves all your stuff.
he's the man. He's the man.
And that's good to see, man, because what you need, sometimes people need that backbone. Sometimes people in the industry, like I'm not in the industry, but I mean I'm making some type of a name for myself,
You
and
are,
even
bro.
with
You are in the
even
industry.
yeah,
At the end of the day, to go from where we came from to the amount of having 10,000 subs, vibe, you're definitely making a name and making it pretty quick.
Exactly, bro.
but my thing is that having a family and a backbone like what you have, and supportive and always retweeting and reposting on Instagram and doing all that, would you say that that's all you need is just that backbone? You don't seem to be a person that likes entourages. You don't seem to be a person that likes a lot of people around you. You think once you get to that level of like stardom, is that going to be enough? Just the backbone of your family, or if you're gonna probably going to need extra support?
He's got a
A
camera.
girlfriend. A girlfriend. That is, yeah. That as well played a big role for me as well, because then it's like, after working I can go home to her. So it's like it's I'm very like you mentioned, I'm very selective keep of who I keep around me, as it's much better like that. Less people, less problems.
Right.
Facts.
So it's like,
Facts.
instead of dealing with people who have like negative intentions,
Right.
it's you're not gonna enjoy
Fren-
yourself, because
Frenemies. There's
like
too many frenemies.
I have friends that I am now like 10 plus years with, never argued once.
Yeah.
Not one. Not a single fight over football game, nothing. Because it just shows you don't need to argue.
Yeah, facts. Day ones.
Right. Definitely. We got another question from the chat. This one's coming from Marcus Acompo.
My homeboy, my Canadian homeboy.
Right.
Yeah. He's got a question for you. Does being a signed artist affect your collaborations as far as who you want to feature, or does that fall in the label's hands on who you are allowed to work with?
Because even before being signed, I was very selective of who I worked with. It was almost like if I'm on a song with you, I respect you. Like I have to be on a song with someone I respect. And the best part about it is I can collab with whoever I want. I can collab with whoever I want. It's just who I choose. So that decision does lie with me.
Okay. So they have no saying at all. If you want to collab with a bum guy that is down the street eating a Twinkie out of a shoe.
I could do that, but it's not advisable. You know what I mean?
I got a question, and it's coming off of my homeboy Marcus's question. You have creative control, essentially. Are you able to now? Are you able to collab with any other artists more easily on Sony's roster of artists?
Oh yeah, it does. It does make it a lot more easier. Like within the label, you can work with everyone who's signed to it. So it makes it easier because it's Sony artists.
Yeah, because you're like label mates. So like even like artists Sony US, it doesn't matter because Sony more or less.
Yeah, like it would all depend on like how the song is gonna be. Because it all depends on like the song itself, and like during the time and like why I'm putting the song out. But I am able to work within those people.
Because their Sony roster is pretty lit.
It's crazy. It's crazy how close everyone is with one another. It's madness. And like even with
a
like
Sony Wu-Tang Clan kind of deal.
exactly, man. So it makes everything a lot easier, especially for the artists as well. So you have options for where the collaborations are. But I am at the point where I'm putting out more singles now. Because now I would say it has been a lot difficult for me being on other people's tracks. It has been because I don't even have time to answer my phone nowadays. So it's like I can't even do that now. But it's like when I do have the time and when the schedule is there, I will work with people I know who has talent.
For sure, for sure. I get hit up all the time, and I can't even fathom how many messages you must get, how many calls and asks. Like I get a lot, and I'm here. Fucking, I'm here. You're here. So like,
See, I don't like when you do that, Shake. I don't like
Bro,
the
it's
play.
I
your
can't
fucking
even fathom.
skills.
All I'm trying to say is I can't even fathom how much his phone must ring and get DMs saying let's collab, let's collab, let's collab. Like I'm not even gonna. I can't even fathom that shit.
You know how many times I wanted to call him and collab, and I don't even rap.
Funny shit.
Now we gotta make that happen now. We have
Nah,
to.
it ain't gonna happen. I love you too much, brother, to fuck up your career.
Oh man, I'm sure he could just put a good song out there, you know.
Now, speaking of your career, you're doing this full time,
Oh yeah, full time.
110% full time.
200%.
Now, when you were starting off, were you mixing a full time job with doing all that, or school and all that?
During that time, that's why it also felt like because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't enjoy high school. I didn't like it was a few years ago, so it's fine now. But during that time, I was doing music in school already. So I was. It's obviously like a lot like bigger now because I have a lot more time. Like because I don't have to go to school. But other than that, it's like I had everything planned out from the moment I started writing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna sacrifice this, and by the time I get to this point, I know exactly what to do.
That's fire.
That's lit.
That is fire.
That's
That's
lit.
a fact, Marcos. You go tell this man, Shakes, you too humble, homie. You a damn beast yourself. That is a fact.
Man's a beast, bro.
Appreciate y'all, man.
That's a fact. You still can't out rap me, but it's all good.
But I'll still punch Federico in the jaw, man.
And you do what you got to do to that nigga. I'm done with that motherfucker. Now,
are you selling cups? Do you got like merch that you're gonna put out there or something? Did I see like a Vibe Reactions merch cup?
I mean, it could be. It's a let's just say it's a prototype.
Okay. I can rock with that.
I'm trying to see how much reactions I get out of it before I invest into making more.
Dope.
I feel you. No, that's smart, brother. I'm waiting for my mug, bro.
I got you. That's nothing. That's nothing. I'll go deliver it myself if I have to.
Oh man, then we gotta have a drink with one another, bro. We have to.
We can't do that. I don't want you to have a felony in your record.
I'm fine.
Because I'm gonna tell you something right now. People, and if you guys follow or if you guys know who Jackson Pierce is, this man is the only one in our community has seen me live in person. He lives 11 minutes away from me. And I'm the same way no matter where I'm at. If you add alcohol with that, it's not a good idea.
Now that we have to, because I like drinking. It's nice. I
love drinking.
It's like I've always been, because
Man.
I'm a whiskey guy.
What's your favorite?
I would say Jameson. Jameson is
Jameson's
probably
good.
my favorite. That Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker's also good.
Is
I got a big
but I
bottle.
like tequila too. Tequila's also.
I got a big bottle of Johnny Walker Black and Johnny Walker Blue. When you get off that plane, I got you.
Hey, put it in the freezer when I get in the plane, because by the time I get there, that's gonna be cold as shit.
Any bottle as soon as it's cracked open goes in the freezer.
Facts.
Oh yeah.
Got to keep it in the
Facts.
freezer.
So have you so you like to drink, as do I. My favorite whiskey I'm starting to mess a lot with Fireball.
Oh, I don't think I've actually tried it.
That it's got like a cinnamon flavor to it. Like real harsh cinnamon. But it's delicious. I could do 15, 20, 25 shots.
Oh damn. Okay, now then we definitely gotta save that one. We gotta save that one.
Oh, I do. We will go ahead. I'll buy 15 bottles. That's going to be done by 10 o'clock. So, have you tried any Caribbean liquor?
Punchin'.
I actually haven't. I've just been as I was okay. I also have red wine as well, but that's only like now and then, depending on like where I'm at. But I would say
because you're with a record label, so now you're drinking wine with your pinky up, and you think you're good. I got you. Now I got it.
Ray, we've watched you in your reactions. You drink water with your pinky up. Oh boy.
I do what?
You drink water in your reactions with your pinky up. Let's not get that krill.
Listen, that pinky right there shows. That pinky right there shows you two things. I am a professional drinker, and if you try to take my beer from me, this pinky is gonna go in your fucking eye.
You hear that, Federico? He's gonna poke you in the eye.
That is a fact. I need you. You're probably not gonna know me when you're already blown up, and it's all good. I'm not gonna judge you.
bro, come on.
You need to try a liquor. It's a Dominican rum. I'm Dominican. So it's a Dominican rum. It's called Brugay.
Rugay.
If you guys ever run, you two Shakes, if you guys ever run into that, brown, if it's brown, it goes down. That's my motto. If it's brown, it goes down.
Is it one of them overproof? Is it one of
Huh?
them overproof? Is it one of the overproof Caribbean rums?
Yes.
Because like I've tried the Trinidad Punch In, I've tried the Jamaican Ray and Nephew, but I've like in Toronto we didn't have the Dominican, and in the Philippines it's all about like Fundador and Emperador lights.
But ever get the opportunity, if you guys are ever in the States, you go to any liquor store, they're gonna have it there. If you ever travel to the Dominican Republic, that's where you're gonna taste the real.
Do they
Brugay.
sell that? Do they sell that shit in New York?
Yeah.
So when you come to the Philippines, bring me a bottle.
I'll bring you 7.
Hey.
I'll bring you. I'm gonna bring 7. 6 for me, and then the 1 for you.
That's a verbal, man. You're on camera being recorded saying that shit. That's a verbal.
Have you watched
That's
my
a verbal,
videos?
man. Huh?
Have you watched my videos?
No filters whatsoever.
Fuck what I say.
That's funny.
Now, I got a bunch more questions,
Go for it, brother.
but I need to know, when is Michael Bars planning, or is it even going to be possible to ever come to Florida and perform?
I do have family that side. I do have family that side, and we were speaking because the last time the last planned performance show that I was supposed to go to was the Apollo night with Easy and H, and because obviously once the visa situation started happening, I wasn't able to go to any of the shows, but that is definitely an option.
That's awesome. You need to hit me up the minute you're over here.
Oh yeah, absolutely, brother.
I'm
Absolutely.
going to tell you this just like I'm going to tell Shakespeare. If you guys are ever over here and you need a spot to stay in, a car to borrow, a little bit of cash, it don't matter. You guys are family.
A car to borrow.
Brother, that's
How
love.
how far are you from Orlando?
Orlando, from here, I'm about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic.
All right, so when this pandemic dies, I have full plans on like bringing the fam to like Universal Studios and stuff.
My brother, you're coming to my house for dinner.
Got you.
Come on.
Yeah, that's fire. But like seriously, I've been wanting and I've been like dying to see more of the people that I react to come to where I'm at, so I actually could catch a concert and I could actually go and take a picture with you guys and do all this other stuff, man. Because it's hard for me to travel to where you guys are at because I still got a full-time job. I mean, I do YouTube full-time and I do my job full-time. So there's no time that I can do anything.
It's all good. Keep racking up those subs, and you're not going to be saying that very much longer.
100,000 Ray. I'm retiring.
100,000, bro. 100,000.
I'm retiring at 100,000.
What about the 1 mil mark?
No, I'm retiring my real job to go to YouTube.
Okay. Yes.
It'll be a wrap after that point. After that point, it'll be a wrap. And my main thing, like I want to bring up again, because I don't want you to get it twisted. My main thing with my page, the reason why I created it, I could have gone that route. And I say this in almost all the podcasts, but it's just to show these people, like, this is how good these guys really are.
Facts.
I made this page specifically. I could have gone the route of reacting to Eminem and reacting to all these bigger people to get the views and the subscribers. I could have done that. Shakespeare could have done that.
Facts.
The main reason why I made my page is because when I started listening to other rappers that weren't mainstream was when I started watching reaction videos. So I started seeing them react to people like No Life Shaq and people like Dax and people like Tom McDonald And people like that, I started listening to more different type of music. So I'm just like, yo, why aren't these guys here? So with a push from my wife, because I didn't really want to do this, from the push to my wife, from a push from my wife, it made me like, you know what? I'm going to use it for people like that. So it don't matter to me whether I'm at 1 million subscribers. I'm always going to be pushing Michael Bars. And that's just a fact.
Trust me, Bars. We're selective with who we react to. We're picky and choosy.
Man, I love that.
Very
I
picky and
appreciate you
choosy
guys so
because-
much, man. Seriously.
Because I can speak. I don't like speaking for Shakes because Shakes got his own mind and everything. But for me, it's more of a. I love this game so much that it may be greedy to some people, but I want to put certain people in the position where they can run the show.
Right. Exactly.
And like I said, I don't rap. I'm not in the music industry, so I wouldn't know how to record on beat. I wouldn't know how to do none of that. What I do know is hip hop, though. That's where I'm from. Big Daddy Kane all the way until Michael Bars. That's just what I listen to. I don't care. I'm from New York, so you know how much mixtapes of underground rappers I've listened to.
Oh, tons.
Everyone in New York a rap.
Fact.
A homeless nigga down the street
Fact.
that has holes in his shoes go rap. So I listen to a lot of the. I was brought up in the underground of hip hop.
You grew up in the city where you can walk down the street and that whole street,
He's folded
the
like
whole sidewalk is
boxes.
mixtapes. The whole
It's fact.
sidewalk
That's
is
a fact.
mixtapes. The whole
That is a
sidewalk.
fact.
Like it's literal fact.
I came in to hip hop and rap when I first heard a mixtape. It was a DJ. Damn, it was in Green Lantern. It was one of the older ones. You mentioned it in one of your podcasts, Shakes.
Envy, Glue.
Clue. My first introduction to hip hop was DJ Clue. I think it's like one of the first mixtapes that he put out.
Wow.
And it was Biggie, Jay, Nas, all in one CD.
But these are like when these songs were fresh, just getting released, not on an album yet.
Like just getting released. So when I listen to music, I like to listen more to the underground than I do like to listen to the mainstream people because that's just what I was brought up in. That's what I fuck with.
It's in your
And
blood.
I'm seeing a lot of comments. Like I read all your comments in your videos because if somebody's gonna start bashing you, I'm going in on their ass. It don't matter who it is. I do the same thing with Easy's videos. I do the same thing with Shakespeare's videos that he puts out. I do the same thing with a lot of people's videos. I just scroll through the whole thing so I could be the troll now. And you talking your shit, don't talk about this man. Because I'll flame you all day long.
Yeah, man.
And I'm seeing all these comments and I'm just like, that's cool that you're going to hit him with a like. Hit him with a subscribe. Do all that. Cool. But what else are you going to be doing to push these people? Because when me buying this mixtape from DJ Clue is me bringing it to school. So the people that couldn't afford to get it, they can listen to it now. So I'm pushing your music to other people as a fan back in the day. Like all these fans that are supportive of you, I need to see a lot more pushing. Because without them, it's not going to be moved that much.
That's what a reactor does. It just hopefully puts eyes on people that may not have got those eyes.
And I was going to tell you this the same way that because we had a podcast with Nick Natoli, and it is the same thing. What got me excited when The Rock reposted me is because The Rock reposted me. And now there's more eyes on my reactions to guys like you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that got me more excited than if The Rock reposted me.
I feel you. It's just the way how you think about these things. It's incredible, man. It's absolutely incredible.
Because I'm a big fan of old, hardcore, gritty hip hop. I'm a
Hell
fan of the lyricist. I'm a fan of the wordplay, the doubles and the triples, entendres, and I'm a fan of all of that. I can have that all day
I'm a
long.
fan of spitters. I'm a fan of spitters.
Yes.
yes, sir.
The,
Yes,
the
sir.
MC. If you don't got substance, you don't got something to say. If you don't got flow, cadence, delivery, and charisma in the first 20 seconds,
Then that's
first impressions are key. So like,
Right.
fuck, I'm not gonna waste my time.
And it's that's what kind of got me into that. Yo, I could use this for something, and why not use it for that? Because I have a lot of subscribers that are all over the place. France, New York, all the way to Tokyo, and all the way to back around to Australia, everywhere. And I'm like, it only could take one person, just one person to watch a video of mine of yours to make a complete fucking change and
Exactly.
shift to everything. And that's what keeps me going. I'm saying all that to say what keeps Michael Bars rapping at a consistent basis the way you rap without, you know how much most rappers are like, oh, he's falling off because he's not doing this anymore, or he's falling off because he's doing this too much. What's making you like? What's giving you that?
What's giving me that is just the fact that I know when I rap, when I do my own music, it sounds like me. Like
Facts.
it doesn't no resemblance of anybody else. Like I love the fact that that it's my craft, something that I can say, you know, this is my style. That keeps me going all the time because it's like because my music is basically about everything that happens. It's about everything that happens. Like something bigger could happen tomorrow and the following day. I'm always going to speak about these things. So I'm never going to run out of things to rap about.
Right. That's and that goes back to that one question of going to rap until you're all the way 80.
Exactly.
Because as long as you living as, and I'm not saying this because I'm a rapper, but I could assume that as long as you living, you're seeing different things. You're getting into different situations. Your life is shifting and changing every fucking day. So I would say that you can rap forever because you always will have that content.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why, like, because I notice a lot of people have this, but I've never had writer's block ever.
Wow, good for you.
I honestly, it's just because I'm always in a very creative space. So it's like I'm able to write an entire verse while there's 10 people having a full on conversation around me.
I can't do that. I just got out of a writer's block. Like,
Oh,
real talk. When can we expect the new album to drop?
So I'm pushing for this next two singles with the music videos to go out. Because the album's done. It's pretty much done now. All I did was added in another like two more songs that I had to, but you'll understand why I did. You'll understand why I did.
Now,
But
are you messing around with Lumberjack again on videos, or are we getting like actual videos?
Lumberjack is actually he edited my new music video that's coming out.
Yeah.
He edited my new music
I
video.
love those cartoon videos are so sick.
They're
man.
fire.
I love
Bro,
it.
as soon as like Lumberjack phones me and he's like, yo, check email. And I checked it and I remember he literally started off with a tiny sketch and then came back with a whole ass video like that.
I saw an interview of him last week or the week before, and he was talking about how excited he was because he just started playing around with it even more. So what he did a couple months ago versus what he's able to do now is
It's
like
crazy.
night and day. So now that we got you on the podcast and you're touching on this, like I can't like as a fan and your homie, like I can't wait now because those were dope. And I'm a fan of the cartoon video, especially if you have collabs and you both can't be in the same place, you're not shooting on the same camera. You do that kind of concept, it works. But
Facts.
now to see this, I can't wait to see what you and Lumberjack got cooking.
Man, it's gonna be absolutely crazy. As soon as I saw the final version of the music video, I couldn't wait. I really couldn't wait. It's up. It's
No
upsetting my song couldn't release on Friday, but it's all good. So it's gonna most likely come out next week.
Bet,
Oh, I'm there for it.
Bet.
I'm there for it. Oh, I'm so there for
Send
it.
your reminder. I'll do a reaction to it while you're during your premiere.
Hey, let's go. And
Well, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it after the premiere because most likely I'm gonna be working, so I'm gonna probably miss that whole entire premiere. But I'll get to it that night.
You know what? I'm in the Philippines. There's a very good possibility I'll be sleeping. So like, if I'm awake, I'm gonna run in. I'll do it during the premiere. But
you'll definitely be awake. You'll definitely be awake when it drops. Because
something just popped into my head right now.
Are you dropping it Philippines time?
I was saying like about 11 a.m. Philippines time.
I'll bet. That's when I'm in my studio working.
Hey,
Later. It's a wrap.
So let's do a little bet then. Let's do a little friendly wager between me and you, Shakes. You react to Michael Barr's video. I react to Michael Barr's video.
Okay.
Whoever gets the most views,
you win.
When we get together, they have to pay for dinner.
Oh, dude, I'll buy you dinner fucking like tomorrow, B.
Brother, let's make it a bet, brother.
I don't need to bet to buy my boy dinner. Like, I'm that cat. Like,
it's called promoting Michael Barr's album.
You want to fuck around? I'm going to smash you. I'll take out a sponsored ad to make sure you buy me dinner. I'm just kidding. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Whoever gets more views on Michael Barr's next release, when we hook up, that person buys, the next person takes the check because I drink. So takes the check, not takes dinner.
You think I don't drink? Your bill's gonna be 1,500
in the Philippines. That's nada.
No. 1,500 American dollars. Now do the math.
Hey, we good, baby. It's all good. Whoever gets more views, it's out here. It's etched in stone. It's on camera. Next week, me and Ray got a competition.
Facts.
And I'm gonna mollywop the floor with this cat.
You do what you gotta do, my brother. You do what you gotta do.
You know what?
I will react to Michael Barr's next song in 4 different videos, wearing 4 different color hats with 4 different color shirts.
Come on.
At the end of the day, it's all about Michael Barr's. Hopefully, we can help drum up some views, some subs.
Fuck yeah, bro.
So, like, you know what I mean? It's all about bars. But yeah, like you're gonna.
I would like to bring a guest. I would like to bring a guest real quick. My man Big Kahuna's in the building.
What up, Kahuna?
My man Big Kahuna. He said first time we got Uncle Phil and Will Smith together. So this is what I'm going to tell you, you fake ass Vin Diesel. I need you to relax or I'll block you. Because if you call me Uncle Phil one more time.
Ray does that. Ray does that.
No, I don't. But shout out to Big Kahuna. Without Big Kahuna, honestly, we would not be here.
Murray.
Oh, Kahuna. It's been a while, brother. It's been a while, man.
I love you, Ray. I'm just fucking.
My man Big Kahuna, like I said, without that man, brother, we would not all be here.
No, absolutely, absolutely, man. Like, it's just crazy how he's done so much, you know. Just the fact like connecting everyone together. That's crazy.
When
Like
I
they,
met
I
Big
don't think.
Kahuna, I literally felt like he did the interview to get hired to be my manager.
Facts.
Like,
Facts.
if that makes any fucking sense.
It actually does, bro. You know, like to the point where it actually just like clicks.
Like, Big Kahuna sends me shit to react to, and in my mind, I'm like, yo, I better do it because Big Kahuna told me to do it. So I don't want to piss him off because then he'll start sending me fire ass shit.
I feel you. I
Like-
feel you.
People don't realize that cats like Kahuna in the industry get paid, and they're called advisors.
Oh, the minute, and I can make this a promise, the minute that I start making some real money with this YouTube stuff, you think Big Kahuna's not going to get a piece?
I already told him that too.
You crazy if you think that man's not going to get a piece, man.
Absolutely. He's got that manager mentality.
I'm going to give him enough money to wax his fucking forehead to look more like Vin Diesel. I got you.
Hey, come on. Vin Diesel, come on, man.
No, but not like
Hey,
real
Ray, Maurice here. Don't put her on timeout this time, bro.
I would like to make an announcement real quick. Marie is now back in the Vibe Gang family. I was able to unblock her from my channel, which I don't know how the fuck that happened in the first place. But she's
Kahuna.
back.
Kahuna.
It was Big Kahuna.
Hey.
But you
are
see,
here.
this is exactly what I'm talking about, though. How we could all just joke around and like we're a family.
Exactly, bro. Exactly, my man.
We know the same people. We interact with each other. And I feel like, honestly, if we keep on just having that mentality, that we could pretty much push each other to that promised land where we need to be at.
Exactly.
Because it's just, for us to have the same type of fan base and connect the way that we're connecting right now, bro, to me, like literally 6 months ago, my biggest worry is I have 4 tires coming in tomorrow that needs to be installed.
That's why cats don't understand. Like when cats talk shit or cats talk smack, they don't realize how small the underground community is and how interconnected and intertwined everybody is, that like they're shooting themselves in the foot by talking that smack, by doing the things that they do and moving a certain way. And they just don't realize that.
That's a fact.
They really
They don't understand like how powerful the underground scene is.
They really don't, man. Like they really, I tell cats all the time, I'm like, shut your lip, put your head down, take the L. No one's going to know when you're taking the L, and just walk away. Just walk away. But people don't like to listen. Walk away. Take the L. Take the L before the tracks start coming up.
Oh man, it's crazy. You only start to respect them more the moment they actually say, you know what, I took an L today, but I'll work better the next day.
That's what I'm saying. But people don't realize how small the underground community is, especially the hip hop community. Like everybody knows everybody, and everybody's intertwined somehow. Where if you send out two messages, how's this cat? Who's this cat? Guaranteed, you're gonna get a message back. Somebody in the circle knows somebody in the circle that knows somebody in the circle. So it's like,
yeah. And to touch on that a little bit, I've had people that are starting their reaction page, and this is nuts because I never thought this was gonna happen. But they'll contact me through my email asking me, yo, who should I react to? Like, what will be the best person to react to? Like underground, something that, could help me build my page, yada, 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 yada. And I get a lot of the ones that are starting off with like 300 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers that hit me up all the time. So I have a notepad in my phone that has your name, Easy's name, Morissette Armand,
Hey,
H-Bomb, Shakey. It's got all you guys' name, and I got it saved in a post. That's how much times they've hit me up. And I'll just send them the just a note of all you guys' name so they can start off with that.
wow.
Because
That,
I'm just like, if you guys are really wanting to start this and you really want a true fan base like what we have,
Yeah, build the
you need to
foundation.
start with these guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
you need
yeah.
to build the foundation.
Because once these guys are on your channel and you react to them, their fan base will become your fan base in a minute.
it's crazy. It's
Facts.
absolutely crazy, man.
But it's like
And it's just like,
I go on people's lives frequently, and it's like a chill session. It's the same group. Primarily, let's say there's 30 people in that chat. I'll say 10 of them will be the same cats supporting everybody.
that's a fact.
Hands down.
It's hands down a fact. We all support each other. Again, it's the Shaky Vibe podcast. We here live with Michael Bars. We
Yes,
appreciate
sir. Yes, sir.
everybody for interacting with us, spending time with us, asking Michael Bars those questions. What time you got over there, Bars?
It is now 7 a.m. in the morning.
Blood clot.
Yeah, I was awake throughout the night. I was ready for this.
Man, I so appreciate that. And
Brother,
for those that don't know, I had a brownout, and we were delayed about an hour because I have no internet, and Ray had to run this. So like dude, like it's all love, Mike. Like real talk though. Like
Likewise, my brother. That's why I was like, I'm more than happy to do this with you guys. More than happy.
listen, when this man told me that we got Michael Bars coming on the podcast, I literally almost punched my son dead in the throat.
no, Mike, he said like when he was at like maybe 1,500 subs. I know he said this earlier in the podcast, but it's true. He said, I like one day I would be honored, blah, 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 to be able to interview Michael Bars. So the day that we started talking about the podcast, me and Ray started getting stuff moving, get the wheels in motion to fruition. When you sent me that message that you were like down and I sent it to him, that was like your loony moment for Ray.
Facts.
Wow, yeah, that means a lot to me, man.
That
Ray,
was
it's an absolute pleasure being here with you guys.
my brother. I went to Walmart after work to look for a shirt to match my hat that matches your eyes.
Blah, 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 blah.
I love that.
It wasn't not gonna happen. Even if I was gonna be the 1 hour late looking for a blue shirt at fucking 8 o'clock at night.
We didn't
Man,
match.
I
We
love
didn't
it.
match colors purposely either. This was just by chance. I just wanted to support Toronto and wear my jersey, but it just so happened.
My brother, listen to me. I don't even rock polo like that.
That's an honor, bro. It's an honor.
That right there is like, I wouldn't say, and no disrespect to you, but I wouldn't say the equivalent to meeting Eminem, but it's damn fucking close.
That was your victory moment.
That right there, I was like, when he told me that, I was just like, okay, so we making it with this podcast thing. That's when it was solidified in my head that this is real. This is actually happening. And that's just because from day one, I'm just like this. And it's crazy how it works. I watched a Screwface Jean video with Easy Mel. And then I watched an Easy Mel video to Michael Bars.
It's mad how everything
Gang.
just like intertwines
Like,
with one another.
that to me was nuts. And I was just like, okay, so this guy's going to have to go ahead and take one of the spots in my top 5 because this guy's fucking fire.
Respect, my brother. Respect, my man.
Like, dude, I told everybody at work, yo, play it. Go watch the podcast, brother, because this guy is fire. And
Man,
it's
honestly.
all out of respect, my brother. Like I'm telling you right now, I'm in cloud nine. I had more questions than the chat and Shakespeare put together.
Just do me a favor, Mike. Keep making those tracks
Please.
that get me energized. It's like all of you. If you watch my reactions, all my reactions are genuine in the sense that like your tracks get me amped up. So like now that shows and stuff are opening back up in the Philippines this week, I got booked for 4 or 5 shows coming up. Your track, like Victorious, I'm telling you, is the track I'm going to be playing on the way to the club. Victory is the track I'm going to be playing with my headphones, getting me amped up. It's no longer going to be Eminem's 8 Mile fucking track. Bombing on it. Like your track's gonna get me hyped up, get me that energy, and put me in. Keep making those energized tracks where it
Yes.
just because those are the tracks when they get played in the club. Like when I think of the club, when I would go in, I'm a little bit older and I don't really club. Like I'll sit in the VIP and pop bottles. But like when I was in the club with my boys, what tracks got the dance floors banging? When I think about the club now, I think about MOP, Annie Up. Like Victorious is like
Oh,
an Annie Up track. It gets you amped where like the crowd will want to mosh out and rock out. So keep making those energized tracks.
And it's crazy that you mentioned MOP Annie Up by MOP. I need you to write a bar with the MOP your ante up.
oh
That
man,
was
I'm
the
gonna
hardest
have
part
to
that I
now.
heard ever.
Whew.
Oh, now I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to now, brother.
That is fire to me.
We got a question from the homie Rude Knock.
My
What
man
up,
Rude is
Bruna?
fire too.
Rude Knock in the house. What's your favorite song that you've ever written, that you wrote?
Okay, that's What is my favorite song? I
Everybody
think
smash that like button, y'all.
yeah, everybody hit the like button. Everyone hit the like button. And yo, I actually don't know. I actually
What's
I
the
don't know
song
what my
you wrote
favorite
that you're
song
most
is.
proud of?
A
Shout
song
out
that
to
I'm most
Runak for making Michael Barr stuck on stupid.
yeah I'm
Question got you.
I'm trying to think now. My favorite song that I've ever written. Now this is where it all goes down to the message. Where it all goes down to the message. So I think I actually don't know. I actually don't know.
Wow.
Because it's just I write so many songs like every day. It's like you some like sometimes I'll listen to my older stuff and I'll be like, wait, I wrote that? Like sometimes I'll actually like I'll get into a state where I'm writing. That's why it's like I feel like two different people. Like when I'm outside of the studio and when I go in. It's like I will get so mad. I will only focus on what I'm doing, and then by the time I get out, it's like I won't remember anything until I hear the track again.
Right.
So there's some songs that I have that I will completely be like, "Oh damn, I have that." So it all comes down like to the message. I would say like my song, there's Will and Jada that I made on Royal Rumble. There's Heal My Soul. Heal My Soul is another one. Shakes, I actually saw your reaction to that like 2 days ago. 2 days ago. There's a whole bunch of them because the songs that didn't get the most recognition out of my catalog, that's where you'll hear about like the darker side of me, like
Yeah, but
the
you
time
also
of,
don't pick it. You don't pick and choose what songs of yours are gonna pop. Your fans
Right.
do.
yeah, like I don't choose that. It just so happens that people just like it more when I get aggressive on my music. It just turns out they like that more.
I
But
was
it
gonna
all
react. I was gonna react to your other music video that Lumberjack did, and I didn't just out of respect for Begotten, because like I've been boys with Begotten for a minute now, so that's the only reason why I didn't do the reaction to that track as well.
respect, brother. Respect on that, my man. As
I did
always,
it
like
because
the
you're fire. That's why
my
I did it.
man.
And I don't know nobody, so I'm not that important. I'm good. And I'm gonna keep on doing it. And Shakespeare, if you don't come up with a fucking song or a video or something by yourself, we're gonna have problems. I'm just letting you know that right off rip.
I got a track dropping New Year's Eve, and my album's dropping probably February, and just after the New Year's, I'm gonna be shooting 2 or 3 new music videos.
Hey,
And I'm
go.
reacting to every one of them. I'm
There's,
getting all
there's,
this, man.
there's more material coming out. I was in a writer's block for like 2 months, and I just took the time to focus on my YouTube channel and recording my son and helping my son write some music, but like not like vocals, not rapping. But when you're in a writer's block,
Sebastian is fire.
when you're in a writer's block, you can't write. Like everything just sounds like trash. But I probably wrote 5 songs in the last week, and they're all in my opinion, they're all fire.
Nice.
So I got hella material dropping soon.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No, everyone go stream that when it drops.
Now I got a question, but Runak just asked another question, and I would like to know the answer to this too. Runak asked, "What's your favorite Hobson song?"
All
That man
right,
got
no.
excited.
Now we're going back to the older number one. Okay, I'm gonna go on a Hobson rampage now. I'd say Illmind 5, Illmind 5, Sag My Pants, Raw, Nocturnal Rainbows was also another one. His album Gazing in the Moonlight was also really good. Kill Her, the song he made for Tamika Wright, that was also another one. Illmind 8. There's not a Hobson song I don't like.
Illmind 3, I agree with Runak because Runak said Illmind's 3, that was fire.
That was crazy.
I love that.
That was crazy.
And he gave me that because at that time I was into Eminem heavy. So it gave me that different but kind of Eminem vibe. And I was like,
Yeah,
yo, I could
was.
mess with this guy.
I can feel that. I can see that.
That boy is fire. And it's another one of those things that why is it that he's in that level that he's at right now where he needs to be fucking up there?
Exactly. Like he should be up there with how Joyner, Tory, all those guys. Hobson needs to be there.
Definitely.
But
Now,
also with him, he built up his own such a intense fan base that they're never gonna let go of that. So
Yeah.
he's practically his own label.
Facts.
and that's what I've heard. I saw this interview. They were talking about like the insides and out of rap or the music industry, period. And they were saying that on some people's contract is pretty much you have, in order for you to sign into a label, the first thing they look at is your subscriber count now and your views that you have on social media.
Right.
That's how they're going off of getting
Yes
somebody
and no.
signed to their label.
Yes and no. Yes.
Yes and no.
And
Yes
no.
and
That's it. Yes and no. But more yes than no.
yeah, because you technically do need to. You do need to, but at the same time, you have to be good at making music. That's also another the main objective.
See, but what I'm saying is, back in the day, social media wasn't popping like that. So you actually had to know how to rap.
To add, yeah, like you
And
actually
and market yourself. You had to have a publicist. You have to have a stylist, like all that shit.
But it mainly focused, and the main fan base was us, was people
Oh,
that like these spitters. That's how they got to where they got to, is because of people like us. So
And the
there
mixtape
might be a
and the
way
mixtape
that we could
DJs.
get you guys to where you need to be at. Because if I could hear a Hobson and Michael Bars track,
oh, that I.
Bro, I don't care what anybody says. Reactors are the new mixtape DJs. I don't
Oh
give a
yeah.
shit what anybody says.
as a fact.
No, that is facts. Like reactors play a big role in, especially in today's industry, massive role.
Yeah. Yeah. We need to get you on Sway in the morning.
I would love that.
That
I'm not
happens.
I want to
Freestyle
do.
Fridays.
It's also another thing is because I just prefer writing, but I do freestyle like with no like acapella, because because of the whole battle rapping thing. So it's like I'm used to freestyling without a beat and whatnot. But I would love to do the 5 Fingers of Death on
Oh.
Sway Morning. I would love to do that.
You would, yeah, and you would kill it too. Because I've seen a bunch of garbage ass niggas on that, and I'm just like, what? Like, how did you make it to Sway in the morning? Like, that's just like it boggles my mind. Like Eminem rapped on Sway in the morning. You have to be that type of level to get here.
To get on there, exactly.
And I'm just like, lately, not before, but lately it's been more like the industry type of things, like trap music and stuff like that, which is cool. I'll bump trap music all day long. It's just I prefer lyricism. I prefer content.
Like another,
Substance.
it's true, bro. That's why, like just another thing. That's why I don't have a TikTok account, because the way how I see it, it's very easy to blow up on TikTok, extremely easy. But I didn't put dedication in all those years just to blow up on a platform that everyone's getting famous on. So I prefer to stay away from that.
Right.
Because it's just you don't want to. Because also no one wants to become an overnight sensation, because it's just gonna die out the next day,
Pretty much.
die out the following day. So why? It's personal. It's personal for me, because I don't believe in making it because you're a trend. I don't believe in that, because trends die.
Yeah.
Facts.
Trends die.
Facts.
That's
But it's so weird because there's so many social media platforms, and it's just like I hate that shit. I
It's
hate it. Yeah, I get it. You got to engage your fans and stuff like that, but like
but all these other
the
things, like it's too
Snapchats, like
much.
the TikToks, like come on, man. Just make
That's
YouTube
way
shorts.
too much. Like now it's much better, but I feel like artists were much more appreciated when they were actually like, "Hey, here's my CD. Can you please buy this?"
Yeah.
Like then it was real, because people actually went around selling it. Now it's you can just buy it anywhere now.
And I think that's the main issue, is that you could go easily on TikTok and just put a clip of what you could do, and the next day you got a shitload of subscribers and followers.
If you
But
got your
those
hashtag game down pat, hell yeah.
those type of people though are those type of people that they like you now, but the minute you say something they do not like, your subscriber count is falling.
Yeah, it's like, in spite of everything you've done for them, eventually
Right.
they hate you.
And that's just, I give a lot of respect to you guys, because in that type of environment, that type of industry that you guys are in, it must be fucking tough, because you can't, the freedom of speech and all that, I can say what I want to say type of stuff goes out the fucking window.
Exactly.
Because now you're still muting yourself because you don't want to offend the fan base that you build over a stupid ass app.
Exactly. That's why I prefer not to speak on so many, like, obviously if it's like a necessary situation and I have to, like with the other situation, I didn't have a choice. I felt like I needed to stand up, so I did. So
Right.
it's like, it all depends on how far the situation is actually going.
Facts.
Got you. Guys, Michael Barr's Shaky Vibe podcast. We've been going at it for almost 3 hours with my man Michael Bars. I told you guys from the beginning this interview was going to be long.
But we don't even necessarily realize that because it turns into like a chill session.
Facts.
Yeah, it literally does. That's like the best part about it.
Michael Bars, I thank you so much for blessing us in our podcast. You're a real one because you sound with Sony. I saw the pictures you put next to the car. I saw all that. Looking like $1 million. And for the success that you have right now, for you to bless us on our channel is fucking awesome, bro. I appreciate it. I know Shakespeare does too. Even though
100%.
Shakespeare look like he a fake ass Vin Diesel too. But anyway,
No, I'll smack your Dr. Phil ass in the.
you do what you gotta do, baby. You forgot about the time change between the Philippines and the United States. By the time your hand is gonna hit me, I'm gonna block that shit.
No, we'll wait till my jet lag subsides, and then we're gonna have a smack fight.
All right, whatever. We're done fighting with each other. Michael Bars, Shaky Vibe Podcast. My brother, I appreciate you. It's late. You need to go to bed.
It's morning now. My day is starting.
You're gonna have lions screaming outside and all types of shit.
Mikey, we're gonna get you on the podcast. We're gonna get you on the podcast shortly after one of your next big drops, so you can promo it on the show.
Facts.
That sounds good to me, my man. Thank you guys so much, and to everyone viewing, salamat to everyone, and have a beautiful day forward.
God
Guys,
bless
thank you so much.
Safe.
Give me about 30 minutes. I'm going live to celebrate my 10K. I gotta eat first though. Guys, I appreciate you. Shakespeare, I'm pretty sure appreciates you. Michael Barnes is the fucking GOAT. And we're out of this motherfucker. I love you guys. Thank you guys. Peace.